We're live. You know, I know people are always sitting there waiting on us to like
launch
to launch because we put a time and we're gonna be on at 9:30. You know what I'm saying? But first thing we do is we sit down and we politic. You know what I'm saying? We get to know each other a little bit better, talk, and then you get that vibe right. And then look, before I start anything off, at midnight tonight, my son turns 1 year old. Oh my God, I'm so fucking excited about that. You know what else I'm excited about? God damn it!
Hello.
Damn it, Landon. We got Hollow the Don in the building.
Hello.
Listen,
Mr.
man.
Loopy Bills. Know that? Come on. Right.
All right, so I want to start this off by saying what's most important to me. I had this conversation with you.
Okay.
My favorite rapper that I think was, you know, my favorite rapper has changed.
I know where this going.
Yeah, my favorite rapper has changed throughout my life. You know, it's this person, that person, this person, that person. My favorite rapper at one point for probably the longest period of time was Joe Budden.
You don't got no clap sound?
Yeah. I'll do the clap.
Right.
We can do the clap.
Shout out Joe.
Look, a huge Joe Budden fan. Right. I met him a couple times. I was on JoeBudden.com in 2002. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I talked to him on MySpace. That's how much of a fan I was of Joe Budden. Like, I liked the music that was emo music, touching with the fan base and shit like that. And this motherfucker said, you know what? I'm a battle. And I was like, damn, Joe's gonna battle. He always talks shit about battling. You know, like he talks of how he used to battle in Jersey. And I'm like, this should be dope. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Joe, man, because even what you saying, he was so ahead of the curve early on the internet, JoeButtons.com, all that shit he did. Even with the battle rap, he was one of the first few artists to hop in there and battle. So shout out Joe for having that foresight.
Even with the podcasting.
He
was so big on the internet, he always swore that it was going to go digital one day, and everybody hated him for it. He signed to a label called Amalgam Digital.
I remember that.
Yep, and then everybody was like, who does this dude think he is? You know what I'm saying? But, all right, so we get to the story now, right?
Me bodying him? What part you want to get to? Shout out Joe, but I cooked his fucking boots. Nah.
You did, though. You did.
Well,
you know what it was like?
Down. He
you
put
know
the
what?
mic down.
But he should have put the mic down.
He
shouldn't have, but he should have only because he overestimated himself and underestimated you. And as a fan, I'm sitting there. I'm telling you, I was holding out hope. I'm like, I know what. Yeah,
you was watching it
live?
Hell
yeah.
Okay,
total slaughter. I'm like, you know what? It's about to come now.
It's not coming.
Yeah, nah. That's just because he felt uncomfortable. He heard a beat in his head. That's why he was rapping like that. But he ain't gonna do that next round. And I hear it again. I'm like, ooh. Texting my boy like, this is getting ugly.
Sounds
you know what I'm saying? Like,
this
is getting worse and worse and worse. And listen. Mook said yesterday, or the day before yesterday, Mook said, I'm going to be honest with you. I think Hollow ended Slaughterhouse. I don't think they wanted to rap with him after that.
Nah, I don't agree with that. Come on, don't put that on me.
I think he was part player, but he said
he was definitely playing.
He was like, it was a little different after that, though. You know?
Yeah, he was like, they didn't want to rap with him after that. They were like, nah, we ain't rapping with him. He put the mic down.
Because Mook probably remember, too, Joel was supposed to battle Charlie Clips after that. Total Slaughter 2.
Okay.
But the stream crashed because of whatever reasons.
Because that shit was it was too early to get
and
that.
They lost like $600,000 from the refunds and shit they had to do back. So the stream crashed.
Wait, how long could you predate that? I think I need a refund because Joe fucked me over
stupid
on
as
that
fuck.
one. You know what I'm saying, Joe?
That shit go.
It ruined. I'm telling you, for a while I had to listen to Joe and listen to the music, and it just didn't sound. It took a while for it to sound the same again. It did. I'm sorry, Joe, but it just did, man. I just kept hearing the lactose intolerant line he did, and it bothered me.
Yeah, I don't think he made music after that either.
Yeah,
that's the other thing. He didn't make music. Period.
Might have stuck with him.
Nah, I think the other albums that came out, the All Love Lost, that was after.
Okay.
But yeah, Hollow, you're a huge Budden fan too. He ruined a lot for us.
Shout out Joe,
he killed,
man.
He
Shout
killed
out
us
Joe.
for.
That's my guy.
He killed us for at least a good 6 months. We couldn't talk shit to nobody about who our favorite rapper was. We just stayed away from that.
I don't watch that battle. I hate that battle.
Yeah, when people talk about what's their favorite rapper for like 6 months, I was just like, I ain't gonna talk. I'm not joining in the conversation.
But hold on, why you say you don't like it? If that was like,
I was just too emotional. I had so much stuff going on. My son just being born, you know what I'm saying? I'm moving out here. I moved out here that year. So I was just, and then me and Joe was already booked. We was doing it ourselves. Totals. All right, so boom. I'm with Alchemist. Drop him off at Shady Records. He calls me. He says, yo, Shady Records want to meet with you. I go back there and meet with Shady Records. And they're like, yo, we got this TV show going on. We got Mook and Lux as the coaches. We want y'all in the house. And I'm like, I'm about to battle Lux next month. Hell no. Where's Joe? Where's Royce at? Get one of them.
that would have made.
And they was like, get out the office. And then I go to the show, and Joe's like, you called me out? You told Mike that you could fuck with me? I was like, yeah. And we start talking shit. We took the picture, and that's how the battle came about.
That's fire.
So we had it booked, though. They still didn't book it on Total Slaughter. Me and Joe was like, when we put the pitch out, we seen the feedback. It was like, oh, this could be a thing. So we had an on-demand company. And I already had young. I don't want to say my price, but I had a big chunk in the bag. And when they seen that, they called Joe and gave him an ultimatum. And he was like, I got to do it on Total Slaughter. And they cut my money like in half.
God damn.
So that's when I was like going at them and all that shit. You know what I mean?
So on top of being on stage in front of this guy who a lot of people, big name or whatever.
Right.
You got all this going on in the back.
In the back.
Still got to show up and be that guy.
Still got to show up and be.
I mean, it sounds like you did your thing regardless.
Right. Nah, I listen.
And that was like it was a circus. As
Yeah,
far
it
as
wasn't
the media
battle
was
rap.
concerned,
Yeah, it wasn't. We did Breakfast Club, Hot 97, 106 in Park. It was more mainstream, so people were coming there that weren't battle rap fans. They're just like, I seen this on Breakfast Club. I want to see what that.
See what's going
You know
on.
what I mean? So you got to cater to that. That's why certain people like Arsenal did well in that building. People that straight to the point. Rex did well in that building. If you was complex like me and Lux, where you going a little too deep, you'll lose them because they just came for a good show. They're not into the backstory. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was a different room. I never had a room like that before.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot different. But it was an interesting time, and it was captivating a new audience.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Into the battle rap scene. And again, I was talking about this the other day too, because this is the first week. We're kicking off the first week of the battle rap series that we're on. And having a motherfucker like Mook and like you in the first week, it's
crazy.
Now they're sending me messages yo, we're coming up too. Yeah,
a nigga asked for Surf. I'm like, you're not really into what's going on.
Yeah,
bro.
yep.
When's Surf gonna be up there when he comes home?
Yeah.
Free Surf, free my nigga Surf. You
free
heard?
Surf. But what I see is this scene it's still young.
Right.
This industry is still super young, so it's still growing. Like. I know. What I compared it to was the UFC.
Perfect analogy.
Yeah.
UFC in the 90s.
Yeah,
This is what we is right now.
You know what I mean? They seen that, and eventually, but y'all got more longevity because y'all ain't taking kicks to the head.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're taking kicks below the belt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Kicks to the heart.
Yeah. So, but y'all got longevity. So the ones that are nice, y'all are gonna be around in the era when they really start giving the bag out,
Right.
And it's starting to get closer and closer because like when you watch something at first, people don't appreciate it because it's different.
True.
All of a sudden, it's like, damn, this is art in
gotta
its
grow
purest
on you.
purest form.
Yeah. So you used to watch UFC in the 90s?
Yeah,
Okay, so then like the same
when it was
thing.
like Ken Shamrock
Right.
and Dan Severn,
Garcia,
right? Yeah.
what's the dude name?
Tito Ortiz.
Ortiz.
Yeah.
That's what we're going through now, and I feel like in the next few years, it's gonna be $500,000 bags and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So you 100% right.
Because the personalities are
It's there,
crazy
yeah. It's
in
like
on the
wrestling
battle
a
rap.
little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah, it's like
I
wrestling.
hate y'all motherfuckers.
You know
Y'all
what I mean?
talk the best shit.
Right,
like
right,
as
right,
far as like when it comes to chilling out, when you chill with somebody, man, the shit talk is impeccable. And I'm a good shit talker, but I hate chilling around a battle rapper that just doesn't stop talking shit.
Doesn't stop.
All the time. It's like everything, and then that motherfucker right there. But like everything that everybody you come across is just pure shit talk. And you gotta, it might take a second. It goes over your head before you realize it. They were just talking shit about you and shit like that.
Nah, that's
Y'all
how
are
it
the
is.
wittiest sons of
If you
bitches
see a
ever.
room full of us, we talking
man.
like it's foreign to people how we talk shit. Like that nigga killed you. Shut the fuck up. Niggas are usually fight over that.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? And we just talking shit to each other. It's just normal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, impeccable shit talk. So listen, on the Danza project, what we like to do, by the way, if you're watching, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button,
right now,
turning on those notifications, all that shit, because we're going to keep bringing that heat every fucking week. That's what we do at the Danza project, and it's different because I'm not in this shit for the money. When it comes, I'm going to take it.
Right.
Absolutely. But I'm not in this shit for the money. I already got my money. You know what I'm saying? What I'm in this shit for is because I'm a fan. I'm a fan of music. I'm a fan of life. I'm a fan of business. So I get that opportunity to sit here and talk to dope people, talk to people that have ruined part of my childhood.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all that shit. We get to do dope
like
shit.
that.
So make sure you hit that subscribe button. This is the Danza Project, and we got Hollow the Don on. And what I like talking about when we do this shit, that was dope, by the way, just so you know. You heard that shit? That shit was dope. But
he caught his own.
what I like to talk about, first and foremost, is the individual. Who you are as a person.
Right.
So who the fuck is Hollow the Don? What made you who you are from your upbringing as a child? Right. How did this come about? How was it music?
Okay.
Like, how did this come about?
That's a deep question because it's a lot of answers to that question, but the one that comes to mind is just growing up in Queens and seeing it firsthand from cypher shit that they do now, like BET ciphers. I grew up seeing that firsthand, ciphers, battles, you know what I mean? So people selling mixtapes. I mean, when this was unheard of, you know what I mean? So I was inspired by the early days when it wasn't no money. So that's how I know, like, yeah, my heart is into the art because I did this when it wasn't no money. And I feel like people that came into battle rap or came into anything when it was already money, it's hard for them to really feel like they might question themselves, you know what I mean? Like, am I really here for the right? I know I'm here for the right reason because I did this for free for years. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what we grew up doing. And then I moved to Houston, and that brought a different flavor to me. You know, I started sipping drink, listening to Screw. So it was like I had that combination before the South even got big. And then the South took off, so it kind of fit perfect for my style. You know what I mean? So it's like a New York down south type of nigga. You feeling me?
Yeah. So what was it like with the family at home? Like, was one of the parents influenced by music? How did that?
Oh, my dad's a
How was that, like, brought to you?
Rastafarian, so he's straight, you know, all the reggae albums.
Okay.
But I can't say, you know, my mom a blunt person, so maybe that helped with the battle rap, you know, and she funny. But nobody was like super musically inclined though. Nah.
So you're the first.
Yeah, the first in
you
my
have like a
family to do
homie
any
that was big into
entertainment.
music or something? Or what?
Nah, it was just all the homies in the hood, like all the people. Shout out my nigga Javon from the Bridge. He was one of the first few cats I used to watch, and he reminded me of P. R.I.P. to P. That's my guy. He reminded me of P so much, and then it's Queensbridge. Queensbridge is like the illest hood in New York City at this time. Niggas got their own lingo. It's the biggest projects anywhere, and I'm from Astoria. And we don't kind of get along, but I went to 204, so I got cool with so many niggas from Queensbridge. And that was a big influence on my style, you know what I mean? And then I would go to downtown, Times Square, and that's when I would get flavor from Harlem dudes and see they swag and, you know what I mean, how they give it up. So it's just a gumbo. And then when you go down south, it's like, oh, shit. Because I appreciate it. I wasn't one of them New York niggas like, man, these South country. I became a South nigga damn near. Because I was 14. I was still young.
Yeah.
Still becoming a man. You know what I'm saying? So I jam Screw all the time. I just sent the nigga a link to some Screw shit.
So when did it start? When did you know that this was the arena you were going to jump in?
106 in Park.
Okay.
I did 106. When I came out of prison, I did 106 in Park. I had got locked up. I made it before I got locked up, but I went on a run and I got extradited back to Texas. And then I came home and made it again. And when I was on 106 in Park, and I showed up that first week, like I was
How did
like,
it come about 106 in Park?
just doing auditions. I went to the audition before I got locked up, but they don't call you again. Like I was locked up when it, so they'll tell you made it and you won't get a call for another 6 months. So they told me I made it and I got a call 6 months later, but my mom, you know, obviously answered the call and I was locked up. Yeah. So when I got out, I went again against my parole officer wishes because she was kind of cool. So I asked her low key and she was like, look, I don't see nothing. But if you get in trouble, that's on you. So I was just like fresh on parole on one of, that's why I was so aggressive on there. I was like backing people down. I was in people's face. Like before we would even battle on TV, I would have a heart in my pocket because I call them out in the green room. Yo, who here for 106? Who here for Freestyle Friday? And they're like, me? I'm like, let's do it right now. Let's get some practice in.
I'm gonna be up there.
Let's
go.
Right. And have niggas shook already because all of them said no. Nah, we gonna wait. I'm like, all right, nigga. And I had mad Queens niggas in there with me, so it was like we was just thugging shit out.
Yeah. So how did it go? 106 and Park.
Oh, 7 weeks, champion, baby. Come on now.
That weekly game.
Yeah, 7 weeks. I got retired. And then Lux did it after me. And then P. Well, P might have did it before me. Shout out P.
What came of it? So is that what got you a deal?
Yeah, because I was supposed to do the DDP shit. All right, so boom, I did 106, and I had a meeting. I forgot to do name from Disturbing the Peace, but I was still on parole. So I had to go back right away. And it's before like emails where I could just send them the song. So I'm like, next time I'm in New York. So next time I go down there, they kind of giving me the cold shoulder, and then they signed Serious Jones. And I was like, damn, I fucked that up.
Yeah.
And then I end up fucking with a label called Back to Back that had a distribution through Universal. And they gave me an advance and just didn't have nothing else coming. So I was like, yo, what's going on? And, you know, I started selling drugs with the label owner. A nigga named Jay Bella flew me out to Tampa. We was getting the oxys, you know, the 30s, the 40s popping. Had the lean, had the Special K, had everything. You know, that's where it ended up, unfortunately. And luckily I didn't get locked up or catch no cases from that. Come right back to New York, and then that's when YouTube came about. I did YouTube the first year. In 2006, I got freestyles on here from the first year. I seen it. First year, I got videos from the first year YouTube was around.
You still got them up?
Yeah, they up.
Damn.
Yeah, Hollow's freestyle.
That's
just like
crazy.
Hollow freestyle.
That's crazy.
So the recognition had to start. Was it because 106 and Park was huge?
Huge. I did it when it was huge still, because some people, it wasn't as huge as when Free was there. That was the hugest. I did it when Tigger was there, Tigger and Jalissa. You know what I mean? It was still huge.
I mean, it was where people first started really, you know, your casual fan.
Watch Battle
That's when
Rap.
they first got into that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You start seeing people, and it was always like whoever was in there that you knew, they were immediately your famous friend. For sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that's the famous
everybody got a deal. That's why I was like expecting a deal at that time. I was like, I know I'm going to get a deal with somebody. And that's just what it was at that time.
And did you ever, like, for you, was it that you knew it was battle rap, or were you doing the same thing where you were trying to get a record deal out of it to make albums?
I was trying to get a record deal at that point because it wasn't no money in battle. That's all it was about. We would have been just battling. Battle rappers act like this was a stepping stone. No, it wasn't no money in this shit. It ain't about the stepping stone shit. It wasn't no money. If we was making 40, 50,000 for a battle back in 06, we wouldn't have been making music. Yeah. It wasn't no bread, and I spent my own bread to fly to 106 and Park. They didn't even pay for my travel, BET. So, wow. Yeah. And shout out my nigga Jerns Black, shout out my nigga Zoe, because I ain't even gonna hummer stunt. I ain't even have my own money. I'm fresh out of prison. My nigga Zoe from Acres Home, my nigga Jerns Black, my nigga, my best friend Jay, shout out Friday, Jim Dutch. Those are people who helped me with the travel for 106 and Park. You know what I'm saying?
I like that about you. I think that throughout your entire career, you stayed so authentic.
I appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think that with you, something is, you know, with 100% certainty, the fabrication is not coming from you. Right. You know what I'm saying? You're just going to tell it like it is. You're going to admit your own struggles in life. You're open about your own shit. And in battle rap,
right,
it's tough to be like that because they're going to come after you for it.
It's tough.
So in 106 and Park, while you were there, was there anybody you felt in those 7 weeks that was actually a challenge, or was it just you smacked all of them?
Yeah, I smacked all of them, but Lada Zay was kind of challenged. He was weak too. Shout out Lada Zay because he's still battle rap. He was the only one that came close to feeling like I felt like he even got around. Everybody else didn't even get around with me because, like I said, not the first week, but after, maybe not even the second week, but I started like getting them in the green room. So once I got their hearts in the green room, I knew I was going to battle.
That's a move.
Yeah, I would get them in the green room. So I think I started that like the third week. But Lada Zay, he got dead on my ass, especially with his first round. But they wasn't freestyling either. That's why I ain't respect it. I was coming off the tizzle.
So in battle rap, who was the one that was there in the battle rap scene that you maybe not idolized or did idolize? Who was the one
for you? It's 2 names. Is Jen and Serious Jones.
Okay.
Yeah. Free Serious Jones too. He locked up on the case.
what he says, ain't it like 2 billion people
in
China?
Right.
You can't even go platinum over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come on.
Talk to him.
That was crazy, yeah.
Bro, like,
Wow.
and I love that you said that, right? Because you remember the feeling you got from that. And now people are just, I feel like people forget who inspired them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially if, you going through hard times. That's why I said free Serious Jones, because he's not my homie like that, but he inspired me. So I always make sure I put his name out there, show love, try to hit him with something. And I feel like people be forgetting who inspired them. They'll laugh at the niggas that inspired them if they hurt and they're going. You can't never forget who
Ain't that the
inspired
truth?
you, bro.
Yeah. Damn.
Never,
Yeah,
bro.
free
And
Serious
inspired
Jones,
me,
man.
bro. Shout out him.
And Jin was
Jim that
different.
guy.
You know
He
what I'm
was
saying?
the
Like
one inspiration for me. Yeah, he was crazy.
Yeah, it was a
Crazy.
dope ass era. Like to be able to think, like now I'm about to pull up that battle. You know what I'm saying? After the
Jones
show's
Series,
over, I'm gonna be watching
that's a
that.
must watch.
Just because the
The time, the DVD era.
yeah, it feels so.
You waited for it.
It
too.
feels so like like what is it, like a
Nostalgic?
nostalgic feeling?
Right,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
exactly
Like
what it is.
going back to that and knowing like you were there to see that shit. Like it's crazy too because it's almost like my childhood. Because I'm 37. It's like the shit it's being deleted.
raised. Oh,
you know what I
why
mean?
you say that?
Like because shit is so wild nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like there's
the
so much shit
authenticity is being
yeah,
deleted.
it's there's so much other shit that they're pushing nowadays in front of you all. It's like an overload of shitty ass information. You know what I'm saying? That people are trying to drop to you on. Like my little sister today, me and her were chopping it up, and she was like, "Oh, you see all that flooding that's going out in Miami? Shout out to the South Florida in general." And she was like, "You good over there?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good." And she's like, "Here, I'm gonna send you this TikTok thing, and you could just search on TikTok, search Miami flooding." And I was like, "You know what? I love you, but the last thing I'm ever gonna do in my life is search TikTok.
right.
I'm not searching TikTok. I never went.
Right,
I never scrolled the TikTok feed.
Right.
And
I
search-
refuse to. I feel like if I do, I just sold my soul to the fucking devil.
Well, not just that.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's just because I see everybody addicted to it, and that don't mean that I don't do it sometimes with Instagram, but TikTok
'cause
is like
the
the
gram the
ultimate
same.
one that'll get you.
But let alone
You know
use
what I'm
it
saying?
use it to find something more negative too.
Yeah,
It's
Right.
like, I already don't fuck with this app.
but it's just an overload of terrible information.
Brain trash.
Not that there's not good shit in
That's
there,
what I
but
call it.
like maybe there is dope shit in there, right? Like my sister was like, "Oh yeah, but I learned how to use a mop the right way." And I'm like, the way I use a mop is fine. I don't want to learn how to use it any differently. I don't want to be excited about, man, let me use the mop this way.
Not everybody
I never knew that
confident,
the cap holds
gotta
the
have that
floor together.
confidence
You know
to
what I'm
dub
saying?
that,
Like,
though, man.
Huh?
Like, you got to be able to tell a person no. I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
I'm cool. Some people will just watch whatever because they don't want to tell a person no. I tell people, my cousin be like, "Yo, this fight, I don't watch shit like that, cuz." Nah, let me show you, my cuz. I don't watch shit like that.
Same.
that's what's up. Let me ask you this though, talking about shit like that. How often do people come at you talking about like watch my battle rap or
Every
listen
day.
to my music?
Every day on Instagram and Twitter. Well, Instagram, every day.
And how do you respond to that?
I fight with that every day because I want to listen to their shit, but I've experienced it so much. It's always, so this what happens. I'll listen to their music, and they be like, "Yo, you want to hop on something?" It'll always turn to something else. Let's say I hop on something. "Yo, you could do the video, G. You in town?" Let's say I do the video. "Yo, you could post it on your..." It doesn't stop.
It doesn't stop.
Most people that ask for favors don't have the balance to be like, I'm going too far. You know what I mean? And that's where I get caught at. Like, I want to fuck with you and check you out, but every time I've done that, I've got bombarded with other shit you want me to do, and I'm not here for you. Like, I'm in my DMs looking for some money or some inspiration. I'm not in here to just check your shit out.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I be struggling because I listened to somebody's shit yesterday. But some days I don't want to because I'm like, I don't even want to deal with a back and forth with someone I don't And then I don't know if you're a rat, you're a pedo. I don't know you personally. I'm not going to co-sign you and post your shit, and I've never met you. So it's a bunch of shit that go through my mind. I be feeling like I'm wrong sometimes, though, because I'm like, damn, back in the day, I used to try to listen to everybody's shit because I was just honored they want me to listen to their shit.
Yeah.
So that's why I struggle with it.
And then also, you were in a time as an artist that you were trying to get people to listen to your shit.
I still am.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like when you were going through that process, who are the labels that tried to sign you? throughout your career?
Well, it was only after 106 because other than that, like the shit I did with Drizzy wasn't like he was trying to sign me. It's just I had a producer and I was cool with Drake through battle rap. So I put my producer on to him, you know what I'm saying? But he didn't personally try to sign me. Only after 106, it was DDP, and then, like I said, I signed with Back to Back / Universal. And since then, it's been all battle rap.
We can't skip name dropping Champagne Papi though.
Yeah, no, that's
you know what I'm saying. So how was that? How did that all happen?
The Goods battle, and this is when Twitter was fairly new. He just said, "You know that" on Twitter one day, and everybody's tagging me. And I'm just like, whatever. I didn't know it was Drake because his name was weird. It was like Drake Honor. I forgot what his first Twitter name was. It was some weird shit. And I'm like, all right. And people funny. Like, yo, that's Drake. I was like, dead ass? Come on now. And then Summer Jam, we linked up and shit. And then I linked up with Mike Zombie. Shout out my nigga Mike Zombie. You know that?
Mike Zombie, that's a Jersey cat, right? Yeah, I remember. I used to listen to his shit.
Yeah, he's fire.
Like some joint called like Michael Jackson or something.
Oh, you loopy. Damn, you know everything, man.
Yeah, I pay attention. I'm a music fan.
Right.
Yeah. I used to really fuck with him.
Too.
I rapped for a little bit, yeah.
Oh, you did your thing too? Okay, let me hear something, baby. You don't sound hungry.
Yeah. No, I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? Nope. I'm not doing it. I'm a podcaster now, goddamn it, and I'm a businessman.
But now I'm trying to bring it to full circle. So, I just end up sending him a beat because we used to always chop it up. And I was like, yo, I got this producer I want you to hear. And he just sent me his email. So one day, Mike, unfortunately, I'm locked up again. And fucking, this is my 20s. I did a lot of dumb shit in my 20s. And Mike, I think I was out though, and I was locked up when he told him that he did Started From the Bottom. And Mike wrote me and told me. But it was crazy how he did it because that song literally comes from him telling the producer, he's like, what beat you want to play first? He said, just Started From the Bottom. You know, that's how that song came about. He just told the dudes, play the first beat from the bottom of it. Yeah. So it was called A Lot of Drugs. And I heard all these beats already. You know what I'm saying? So, and Mike, he done did plenty of other shit for him since then.
That's what's up. It's like, you know, the rappers love battle rap.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Because that is the
ruckus.
For a rapper though, that's the hard part.
Right.
You know what I mean? When you look at that, it's like being in the league.
No, it's rucker.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then you see the you see the ones that could really do some extravagant shit. You know what I mean? The hot sauce out there. You know what I mean?
No cap.
And you see that shit, and you're like, man, how the fuck? Right. You know what I'm saying? They're out there cooking often, and sometimes like the illest ones aren't in the league. And I think I think that's the dope shit that is occurring, and I can't wait till it's really a day where it's like, because I feel like battle rap should always be a major pay-per-view.
Right.
And I feel like it's going to get there because the more people that become fans and they hear your story, like even right now, them being able to hear your story like this, right. You know what I'm saying? Like become a fan of the person. And I feel like
it's going to take one person, I think. It's going to be one person that just... It could be like, it's going to be like a white boy or like a female. It's going to be something you never expect, and they just got a different audience.
Break the mold.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a person that breaks the mold, not really a certain league.
Yeah, and then everybody's going to start picking, well, this one and this one and this one and this one. Right. You know what I'm saying? But the watered down shit will be there. Yeah. But they'll still be the elite. You know what I'm saying? You'll still have your elite fighters. You can't. And when it happens, it's like, oh yeah, this is gonna be bad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't fight Floyd in that ring. You know what I mean?
You don't want to see that.
Fight him in yours.
Yeah, different type of sandwich. Chill out.
Go to the UFC to fight him. Don't fight him in the boxing ring.
Yeah, no cap though. But I'm just chasing the art form, so I wouldn't even be tripping, man. Whoever gets to the millions of dollars, they deserve it, bro. You feel me? I'm all about the art and the craft. So it's like if it come, but I'm a minimalist on top of that. That's why I don't really be tripping. But if it come, it come. Because I hear niggas, like I talk to other bad rappers, they be like, nigga, I'd be mad as fuck that happened. We can't be the Dr. J's. All these niggas getting $1 million contracts and we got to commentate. Because that shit might happen when I'm 55. Lux 55. Like, and it's a young boy that's 36 or 30. And he a hot battle rapper. They making hundreds of thousands. I wouldn't be salty at all. I wouldn't be. I'd be happy I inspired that. You feel me?
Right.
For real.
And that's the undeniable part, though.
Right.
You can't
take that.
You hit it on the head when you said you can't erase it.
Right.
It's there. Thank God them video cameras and them little
Thank
flip
God.
phones and the whoever brought. Shout out to the camera guys and all the boys that work them events for free too.
And I look at us like Socrates, like Aristotle, like we don't know if they was hurting back in the day and they didn't get what they deserved, but hundreds of years they studied it. Like if hip hop is dead 150 years from now, they could be studying us like, yo, it's these battle rappers. They would just take words and flip them and take their name and stretch it. I don't know. So that's how I treat this shit when I go in. Like, this shit is more important than the money by far because 100 years from now, my great-great-great-grandkids might be bragging about me.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at shit.
That's a big responsibility to carry, man.
Right.
Carry it well, my brother.
Right, appreciate
If I had a glass, I'd cheers you right
on
now.
now.
You need a glass? You need a glass?
Right.
You know, we've been on this stretch. And
Same drink champs.
Yeah, I know, man.
Today feels...
Man, listen.
We got them shows too. We be going.
Oh, do y'all? Because he got his going.
Yeah. We definitely got them.
We just been on this.
Do you drink?
Tear.
Not really. Lean.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know because you had all your battles. You spoke about them so openly. I ain't even try to offer you a drink. But you know, speaking about the league and shit like that, right? You had that iconic moment when Iverson pretty much not introduced the crossover, right? But he crossed Jordan.
Right.
It became a big thing. Your special move is the rebuttal.
Right.
Would you say you're like the first to rebuttal?
That's an amazing question.
For those who don't know.
On the Smack Street side of things, I am, because I got to give credit to like the Saurus, Il Mag on the West Coast. Them cats on the West Coast was because what Jen and Serious Jones was doing, they was just freestyling about stuff around. They wasn't flipping lines and rebuttaling. So Jones would be like, don't grab on the Rex, you might get a yeast infection. He's saying shit that's going on in front of him. That's not a rebuttal. On Smack, they wasn't doing it. The day I battled Big T, my first Smack event, nobody rebutted that day. I rebutted every round. And DNA was on the card, and he's an amazing freestyler. And he didn't rebuttal because he felt how I felt at first. I was like, damn, they don't really do that over there. But I was like, fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway. He just didn't do it, and I did it. And ever since then, people was rebuttaling so on the Smack side of shit, street side on the East Coast, rebuttaling.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, because it was something where I was so used to everybody, you know, because a lot of people don't really understand the art form. They just think that
everybody
people are going out. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
They don't realize that motherfuckers are putting in work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so, like, when you know that, you know, like, it's just the round, you're waiting almost like, you know, the third round is going to be the craziest.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, the first round is just warming up and feeling that person out. And the second one sometimes ends up being the craziest. You know what I'm saying? But when you hear somebody come out and they just start off like, you just said, and you start rebuttaling, that shit was always crazy to me.
I appreciate that.
Always.
It's exciting as a fan.
Thank you.
You get to see it on roll out the gate. It's like,
we
here.
And they all could do it. That's the other thing I want to say. They all could do it. It's just a risk that most people ain't feel like was worth at that time. You know what I mean? So I feel like anybody that raps could freestyle. It's just a risk. You know what I mean?
It is a risk. And you got to do it till you get good at it. Because you don't.
Right, you got to practice it.
You got to practice
right.
it. You got to practice it. You got to jump out and just, I don't rap, but I sure do love rap. I sure do appreciate rap enough to the point that I feel like if I wanted to, I could probably mimic something
for sure
well enough to make something, you know, but freestyling and rebuttaling and like you said, coming off the top like that, like.
It's a skill. It's almost like dunking.
You got to be sharp.
Some niggas might not be dunkers, you know.
And if you don't use it, you lose it.
Right.
Like you really got to be sharp.
That's a big fact,
man.
Now being locked up, right? Because how much time did you spend locked up?
3 total, but 2.5, 3.
Okay. Yeah. And you mentioned being locked up with Yayo,
right? Pimp C and Garza East, Beanie Siegel in Delaware County.
Talk to us about what was that like?
Well, it was really just in the same building. Niggas would be like, yo, Pimp C on Charlie, he in C, and I'm in B. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it wasn't like the same house, but Pimp C is huge. Yeah. I'm a huge Pimp C fan. And just for a nigga to be in population and not PC is gangster.
Yeah.
Like Pimp C was at the height of this shit. Same thing with Tony Yayo. Like G Unit was this 03. G Unit just took off. And these niggas is in population in C73. You know what I'm saying? So that was certified. And I was in there battling. I was chewing niggas' heads off in there. So my name ring bells, but I wasn't hollering. Because L Will try to say that niggas don't talk about you. I was Nigel at that time of Flames. Yeah. I wasn't Hollow the Dawn. So of course they ain't going to talk about me. But I was still cooking niggas, you feel me?
So how did Hollow the Dawn come about?
Really, because the nigga had the Flames name and I bodied him for it. I cooked them on Jamaica Ave. Shout out Flames, though. And then I changed it after that because I was like, if I got to battle a nigga for the name, it ain't that original. You know what I'm saying? And I went with Hollow Tips because I was like, I could go through anything, go through a vest, and then somebody had that. So I'm like, I got to add something original to it. So I put Hollow the Dawn because I'm just cool, collective like the Dawn, mafioso. He's a friend of ours. You hear me? You feel me?
So what is it with now? How is it now in your space today? Getting chosen for battles, are you selective about the people you want to battle? Do you allow other people to kind of set that up? How does that work?
Well, I'm outside a little bit more now, so I'm not as selective as I used to be because the times have changed a little bit. But it's always me setting it up or them reaching out to me and me agreeing. It's never just a decision, I could let somebody else make because their motivation is different from my motivation. But it's always about the art. There's some dope cats. I mean, Suge called me out. Av called me out. I'm willing to do all those, but Smack got to grease my palm, though. I don't care what budget cuts happen, nigga. Uncut them, nigga. You feel me? Because I'm in my bag right now. Like, I feel like being Av, I have a crazy one. Suge, I kick his drawers in his ass. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with that doofus. You feel me? Like, you can't fuck with me. I don't care what run he on, because he fighting bums in the alley. I've been doing this, like I said, from the grit, from projects, cells, I battle everywhere I went, and these is rough environments. When you battle back in the day, you didn't know if it was a fight. You didn't know if they was gonna start shooting, and you wasn't getting paid unless you was betting. So people like me, Lux, Mook, and Rex that come from that shit, niggas can't really talk to us. No matter how dope niggas is, they always gonna know with original cloth. We did this shit when it was free and it was really dangerous. So you can't really never talk to me like these niggas be having like they just. Because I would battle Suge outside. If Suge was here right now, I'd cook his fucking boots in front of your garage. But he don't want to do that. He want this look. He want 1 million views. He want 30,000. He want this look he going to get from battling me. And that's just like, that's why I've been telling niggas lately, if you really want to battle me, catch me. I'll give you something off the top. I don't need to write for you. But y'all niggas don't want that. Y'all want attention and shit like that. Yeah. So it is what it is.
Rightfully so. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would that's what you want? You know what I'm saying?
I'm just
like,
talking my shit.
Yeah,
you feel me?
People definitely want that shit.
Right, I want it too.
Because at one point that was you.
Right.
Making sure that, you know what I'm saying? You're going out and cooking the illest because you want that attention.
Let's say Eminem. Let's say I'm trying to battle Eminem. Yeah. I would be doing the same thing.
Exactly.
So I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But you also carry a different responsibility being that you've been in this game.
Right.
Being that you've been around and you done the circus, you kind of earned. Like, y'all know who y'all talking to?
Right.
I don't think
they know. I don't. Because they give the Harlem cats that credit, but I don't get that. I've been doing this before a couple of them. I ain't going to say no names. Right. But I've been doing this before at least everybody except 3 niggas. Keeping a glass of water with you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not from your era. Niggas would be like, Hollow's from our era. No, I'm not. I was on TV getting 6-7 million views before you was doing this on 106 in Park.
Before Viral was viral.
And I was calling out Mook and them, Lux and them, when Smack was doing shit on DVD.
Still on DVD.
Fight Club, I was calling these niggas out. I was bodying niggas in Fight Club before the Fight Club shit you see.
Yo, it's funny because I'm watching you go through 2 different channels. When you channel into the battle rap, you get real.
I get a little aggressive, right? All right, let me calm down.
But before that, I also see you paying homage, and you mentioned the Rastafarian background, and I hear you like, I don't watch the negative shit. If it's negative, I don't need to feed my subconscious type. Right. So it's interesting to watch you channel both energies. Like, I'll break your neck, but
right. I'm still cool.
Yeah,
because it's all rap. It's all rap. I'm never gonna act like I want to see somebody lose any money.
Right.
Definitely no harm to them. Yeah. Get your paper. I want to see everybody succeed. But in this shit, when you battle a nigga, you got to know you might fuck up his paper.
You gotta go there.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to go there. Don't get caught slipping.
Right.
That emotional weakness.
Be killed. Right.
And just a reminder to everybody out there, make sure you smash the like button, make sure you share the shit, and make sure you subscribe. If you don't, you're a bitch. But talking about real life, I'm a businessman.
Right.
You're a businessman.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me about LOM. You know what I mean? Because that shit for me, I know all about it. You know what I'm saying? Right. But there's only I can't front and act like I'm in tune with all the battle rappers, and I've been my whole life. But there was a few that I had no choice but to fucking tune into all the time. You're one of them.
Thank you,
brother.
I mean? Thank you. Let's see me rocking it here. LOMclothing.com. It started as a movement in Houston, 2005, back in the Gap. And we had the slabs, all that, with the slabs with the neon lights in the trunk. We had the LOM chains. And like I said, when YouTube came about, I just took advantage of that, started battling, and then started the clothing line from in 2009. We did the lean shirts. We did the just the LOM with the money upside down with the line through it. We did the emoji face, I'm not excited. We did a lot of designs that inspired others, and I appreciate that. But it's just the clothing brand, but it's a big movement. The clothing brand is the minimal part because it's a movement. It's loyalty over money, so it's a way of life. It's saying that I never do the homie in, or I never do a family member in that I'm loyal to, not just anybody for money. You know what I'm saying? You should have that bond with at least one or two people in your life. You don't have that bond with everybody. That's where the fans like try to flip it on me, like you're not loyal to this. It's like it's battle rap. These aren't my actual like friends I talk to on the phone every day and shit. Like Kyrie, they be cooking Kyrie over. He's disloyal. It's business. Right. You can't be loyal in business unless we was loyal before the business.
Absolutely.
Ain't no loyalty just because we came cool from doing business, but I still ain't gonna fuck you over. It's a certain loyalty, like ethics. You know, I got ethics enough. I let them know, yo, I'm gonna take a different deal, my boy. I fucks with you. I'm letting you know. Yeah. I might not fuck with you like that to let you know. Yeah. Like Kyrie don't owe a basketball team some loyalty. Hell nah. That's where they get the loyalty shit confused, in my opinion.
Absolutely. But speaking about business and disloyalty, talk to us about, your clothing line and issues that you've had with your clothing line.
Oh, the fakers. We can't acknowledge the fakers. There's so many fake LOMs. I just seen one 3 weeks ago, nigga in Amsterdam. Nigga DM me and said he got LOM, LM. I forgot what it's called. He added something to it, but it's still like loyalty over money. And he was like, I didn't know you was doing loyalty over money too. That's crazy. I started mine 3 years ago. I'm like, really, dude? All right. And he's in Amsterdam. My cousin did it. Shout out D Smalls. I love you to death, but you printed LOM. I love you to death, D Smalls. A nigga in Cincinnati did it. The homies is doing it. So much fake LOM niggas is just printing it on themselves.
What about Math?
Yeah, the homie. Yeah. The ex-homie, I guess. But Math is not doing it. Math just lied to y'all. Yeah. Math hasn't printed a shirt in his life. Like, he just lied to y'all. He linked with one of my other homies that I let work with me. He linked with him, and he's pushing his fake LOM. You know what I mean? Yeah. Math doesn't do no merch, no clothes. He does his podcast. Yeah. So he just capped. I'm mad because I looked it up. You told me to send a picture, and I just put LOM clothing in Google because I didn't feel like go through my pictures. Yeah. And the shit said, who's LOM's owner? Is it Math? In the Google. I'm like, yo, the fans, I guess he got people bamboozled, but it's still LOMclothing.com. Nothing's changed, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like if you know, you know. And the most important part is that does exist.
Yeah. And
you know what I'm saying?
And then that's why Nori called them out, because he did Drink Champs. And Nori's like, that's Hollow shit. He tried to bring one of their fake LOM shit up there. He was like, that's Hollow the Dawn shit, right? Oh, it's a long story. Yeah, it's real long. Shout out to Nori. Yeah, it's not long with me. LOM Clothing, loyalty over money, baby. Yeah. But shout out, man.
But that's ironic, though, right? Like, because loyalty over money, and somebody took money over loyalty.
I'm moving a new motion now. Yeah. That's why I don't be heavy on pushing the clothes now. Like, most of my fans see the last year or two, I have it because I'm moving in a new motion that I'm launching the end of this year or fall time. I'm moving in a new motion because it's too much fakeness. There's too many niggas copying, doing the same thing, and this is beyond LOM. Yeah, it's just not enough creativity out here. Niggas are still shit nowadays, like openly.
I'm a good businessman though, and I'm a good shit talker. So
you gotta talk.
Math, if you want, you could do MOL.
That's funny as shit.
You know what I'm saying? If you want, that's totally up to you. But I think it's
Money
a good
over
idea,
loyalty.
especially we could throw this clip over it and shit like that. It'd be a fucking
shout out
fantastic
Hopper, though.
shit.
I definitely don't want to seem like no static because I don't have static with
Yeah.
He obviously does because he got static with a bunch of other people. I haven't had static with nobody since him. I haven't had static with anyone, and I'm keeping my life that way. So shout out to that brother, and I wish him the most success.
I'm actually a fan of what he's doing with the podcast, and I think it's pretty dope.
I've never seen it, but
You know
shout
what I'm
out
saying?
to
I saw a few of them, and I ran across it accidentally.
Clips on the gram. Yeah, I've seen clips on the gram.
But I respect. I watch not too much of anything,
Right.
but enough of it.
To be in the know.
I like to be. I like to consider myself as an individual that I don't think I'm great at anything, but I'm good at a whole lot of shit.
A bunch of shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Well-rounded.
I'd rather be that than great at just one thing. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather be a pretty fucking good dad, even though I'm a great dad. Goddamn it! Just
Is it 12? Hold up. Okay, we got 27 minutes. I got you.
All right,
I got
nah.
you.
I'm telling you,
on it,
if my baby
I
ain't
got
in
a
this
son
room
too,
at
so
12
I know
o'clock,
how
I'm breaking
important
the
it
door
is.
down.
That's respect.
You know what I'm saying? But that is like, where do you see yourself with taking business? What's your business plans in the future? And I don't want you to
got
review
several.
shit. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
you know how
But
it
shit
be.
that you're comfortable speaking on.
Definitely pushing more business ethics, but the time we're in, people see the time. Most people are getting rich off of doing networking, where they're having you sign up and subscribe to their networking. So I've been looking into a little bit of that, you know what I'm saying? But if you can offer a solution to somebody, that's all business is, or offer a product that's in heavy demand, that's all business is. So I got outside the box ideas for business. I don't have normal business ideas like, oh, I'm about to launch into real estate. I'm doing shit that's really not about like capitalism, to be honest with you. I want to just find a way where I can make comfortable money and do something I love. Because I ain't going to hold you. I just be too much in my head sometimes. But even with the clothing, I felt guilty when I figured out that people make these in a third world country. I'm making money off of some form of slavery, off of someone's sweat and tears and back, because I felt no guilt for doing this.
Right.
You know, sometimes when I spit the street shit, I have guilt because I'm like, am I promoting, lean and shit? I'm not promoting the right thing. And with the clothes, I never felt that until I came to that realization. I'm like, no, someone makes this in a third world country for pennies, maybe not even that. So you're always, as long as we live in Western civilization, we're always going to capitalize off of someone's sweat, someone's hard work, earned equity somewhere.
But you know what's crazy? Because I hear that and I see it a lot in business.
Right.
But their pennies way different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Those pennies mean more for them.
Oh, you're saying because
It's a different weight.
Less.
Yeah,
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Like for them, those pennies get them the shit that they need.
Right.
You know, like
that's a good perspective.
Yeah,
because
you could look at it anywhere and you could see somebody making $10 an hour out here, but it's getting them what they need. And everybody, no matter, as soon as you start climbing a little bit, it's always the same weight.
For sure.
You can make $100,000 a year, but the $100,000 a year is for you now is here.
Yeah.
Because your expenses are
more money,
here.
more habits. That's what I say.
Yeah, exactly. And people don't identify with that. A lot of people don't understand that. So when you think about other countries, the weight matches up.
I get what you're saying.
You know
They never got, you got to get to a lot of money to understand that. It's like more money, more power. Like Big said, that shit makes so much sense now that I got to some money. When I was broke or younger, I didn't understand it. Like, what? Give me the shit. I didn't think about, the people that act different, that ask you for shit, or people that try to steal from you. Like, you don't think about all that shit. You just think about the bread. Like, and it is better than being in the projects.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not, it is better than being in the projects, clearly. But it's so much shit you don't think about that you deal with that could stress you the fuck out. Some people might not, some people might dome themselves. They might not be mentally strong enough to handle it. I am. You carry yourself like you are. Most people aren't. They'll break down. That ain't strong people.
Yeah.
Over some of this shit. Family,
and that's why it's not meant for everyone.
Everybody, right?
You know what I'm saying? Some people are meant to be where
the
they're
best
at.
way to
And
put it.
it's okay to, I learned in business a long time ago that it is completely okay for somebody to be in the position they're in. Right. I always firmly believed that everyone wants to be rich.
Sure.
So every time I met somebody, I was like, if I could mentor this person to be this, then I would become this, and then they could get this person to become this. And my mentor back in the day was like, you need to chill with all that shit.
Right.
Because you thinking that, you're going to fuck up with people. They're going to hate you because they don't want that. And I'm like, everybody needs money. Everybody wants money. And I started realizing that I was pushing people. And it was like a magnet. Right. We were becoming more at odds. It was pushing further and further away because they didn't want that. They don't really want the bag. You know what I'm saying? And it's because that stress. Right. And some people get there unknowingly. Right. And as soon as they get there, it's like that pressure, it makes you pop. And they're gone. You know what I mean? They take their own lives for the shit. What you said is real.
One of the hardest parts
heavy.
of business I've dealt with is and I aim to read more books on this, is leadership skills and working with others, making people feel, you know what I mean? Like
Simon Sinek,
skills.
you know who Simon Sinek is?
Nah, but that sounds familiar.
Leaders Eat Last.
That's a book?
And Start With Why. Man, let me tell you something. Those books, like that's exactly what he's talking about. Leaders Eat Last. That's talking about, you really are the last to eat because you got to feed them.
Right. Yeah. But it's also emotional intelligence. It's a few things.
Yeah, hell yeah. And I'm big on the emotional intelligence and the social intelligence. Right. Like all that shit is super important to me. And that's what helped me come up in business. Because 5 years ago, if you would have told me I was making the money I'm making now, I'd have been like, oh shit, I'm about to be rich.
That's funny.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna be good. But today, as I sit in it, I'm like, man, my problems are great. Because 1 week or 1 month goes bad, I'm like, my expenses are so high, my debt is so high. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because I've reinvested myself. That if something slipped, something fell, the amount of money I owe would be astronomical. You know what I'm saying? And I could die. I could end up looking at the mirror and be like, yeah, I gotta off myself. Right. And I'm not trying to diss anybody who has, people take that shit the wrong way sometimes. I'm just saying, like, that stress is heavy. Yep. And a lot of people don't recognize that. They get into it.
I had to file bankruptcy or some shit like that.
Yeah, hell yeah. And it's tough, and people don't know how to handle that type of shit. Right.
And a big part of it is telling. I think for me, a big part of it is other people seeing you like that. Like having to tell people, yo, shit changed. I ain't got it like that. That's so hard for a person to do. I don't think people do that. I think they just be quiet. And when shit's fucked up, as men mainly, we just would be quiet, try to figure it out on our own. But we should be expressive more, because that's the main thing. Is like, damn, I got to let her know I can't do this no more. Yeah. Right. That's hard to do.
Hard as fuck.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? I had so many of those battles. I still had those battles.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Because any given week, one of my close homeboys makes millions. Right? Per month.
Wealthy.
You know what I'm saying? But I was having a conversation with him. He was like, I'm scrolling down Facebook and somebody's like, oh, what do you know? You don't have those types of problems. And he was just like, yo, I was like, wait, what? You know the problems I have? Right. You know the tax bill? When that tax hits?
They don't.
Like the depression that sets in? Because everybody else is like, well, I just got a nice little tax return. Yeah. You know how much money in taxes I got to pay? Right. You feel me? And he's like, people see that, but they don't realize that I still feel like next month could be my last month here.
I think we all.
And I was like, damn, that's deep.
But I think it's
that way for any business, man. I think it's anytime you want to be perfect or perfect your craft, battling. Mm-hmm. No matter how many people you wash, you feel like you still got something to prove.
No cap.
Or else you can't be great.
No cap.
You can't be great. Right. If you feel like, I'm too nice, you're not great. You know what I'm saying? You always got to have something else to come after.
Got to. That's no cap right there.
If you were to say the people that you think, aside from yourself, the illest right now.
Right now?
Could you even do that?
I can say a few names. There's a few ill people. Bad News is one of them. He gets busy. But it's people I feel like I should say that I feel like people already know, like Twerk and
Nah, you say the ones that you feel like. That's what I want to hear. I'm telling you, I'm a fan of, you know what I'm saying?
Bad News, Twerk, Rum Nitty, female named Caution. I might be saying it Caution. She from VA. She get busy. I like her. Jazz the Rapper. There's so many. I could go down the list. Mac Mel, shout out QU. There's hell of them. Give me some. You gotta help me, Fred. Geechee, damn, Geechee is like a staple. Right. Yeah, I say Twerk a staple too. Yeah, Geechee, Gotti. It's so many. Yeah, it's a lot of them.
I trolled his ass so hard the other day with the Geechee Gotti shit. I'm like, yeah, killed him. I ain't even watch it. I just kept saying that shit to fuck with you. Yeah, I know. I had him heated over there. He's like, no, we did it. He said, kill. You know what I'm saying? I had him emotional over there.
He ain't did the show yet. Yeah. Once he do the show, you'll be like, it was a close battle. Yeah, you know?
Nah, I gotta listen to it. I'm not a liar.
Right.
So if I don't feel like it, if I feel like he got washed, I'm gonna just look at him back. Look, you battled Mook. Anyway, besides Mook, how's your career going? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to even do it. I don't want because I'm too honest. I don't want to lie.
That's the best way to keep it because that's hard to find nowadays. I aim to be the same way. I don't lie about nothing.
Yeah, it's worthless.
That's the best way to be.
Best way
because you can't come at me.
Right.
And if you come at me, you better come correct because I already know how I'm rocking.
Right.
I'm solid. 1,000. Like
see, the only thing I struggle with is relationship because it's like nigga might want to cheat. Like nigga might want. Nah. I don't even want to make it cool, but you know that's where I really struggle at because with the homies or any dude, I'm like nigga, I'm keeping a glass of water. Like nah, bro.
They say it's a primal thing.
Damn it, Landon. What the hell was that?
Yeah, I never heard that sound before.
It shook me. I ain't gonna lie.
We good?
We flooding? We flooding out here?
Yeah. We got to watch out with these floods.
Right.
Listen, man, bro. Cheating in relationships.
We gonna go there?
Yeah, hell yeah. I like talking about real life, goddamn it. You know what I'm saying?
It's always that.
I love real life. Look,
how loyal am I? I preach loyalty, and I can't be loyal to my girl. Like, how loyal am I? That's what I was questioning myself with. Like, nah, I'm lying to her. That's not loyal. And I struggle with that. I'm still working on it.
It's the hardest one to be loyal to.
Right.
The one that you're supposed to be loyal to the most.
Right.
A few years ago, because I was a phenomenal cheater.
Stupid.
Word, like
I've never heard of niggas say that.
I was phenomenal at it. Like I figured out every single way. I'll tell you a trick I used to have. And for mostly males are watching this shit, so I got a good trick for you. This shit is I did back in the day.
Let me hear it.
So I would be at a club, knowing I'm a fuck another bitch, and I would be like, I would text my girl at the time, whoever it was, and I'd be like, hey, something came up, and then I'd put my phone on airplane mode, and I'd keep texting her, but that they don't go through.
Oh, that is vicious.
Right? So I'm like, I need you to, something came up. I need you to pick me up. I'm over here. I'm real fucked up. I won't be able to get home myself. Hey, what's happening? Why aren't you answering?
Yo, pick up.
Yo, please pick up. Please, I've been calling you. What's going on? Why aren't you answering? Where are you? What am I supposed to do now? Where are you?
Right.
Are you serious right now? Why aren't you answering me? And I'd put a bunch of little texts, but it's in airplane mode, so it's showing the red X.
Everything's
so in the morning, I kept calling you and texting you. The shit wasn't going through. Where were you?
Oh, man.
What the fuck?
That's crazy.
And man,
how many times that worked? That's like once or twice with each joint.
It worked every single time.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was perfect.
Oh, she thought you had a fucked up phone.
Fucked exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah. The clubs, the service in the clubs. Right. But I had the opportunity to blame it on them, which was the big win. You gonna leave me in the club?
I called you.
You know, but one time I got pulled up on though. One time I got pulled up.
Oh, she pulled up on the club?
She pulled up at the location where it was going down at. Yeah.
How she knew that though?
I don't know.
Oh damn! So she did some.
She did some research.
The game gonna change. That's natural because you know how it goes.
But even then, I was like, hey, listen. I just came up here. I was fucked up. I was up here. There's a few other people up there. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't worry about it. Wasn't me.
No, but you know how it goes. They start fucking calling your people and the people that you with. Now they looking like, hey, bro, I think your girl trying to get you.
Right.
Yeah.
It get messy and everybody just keep.
Yeah, you're driving in the car. Somebody sees you. So that shit caused me so much stress in my life because I'm the type of cheater where. If I love my girl, well, I love the girl I'm cheating on too, because I don't want her to tell. So I'm gonna make her feel like I love her, because I don't want her to tell. Because the only way she's
fucking a sister. How's she gonna tell her? How she know her?
Nah, because bitches want to they want to talk their shit. Right, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially in the small. I'm from Buffalo, New York. So. You know what I'm saying? So like.
Oh, it's a small town.
Yeah, so you know that somebody's gonna know, but the way to get them, because I wouldn't hide my relationship back then either. Like that shit was out in the open too, so it wasn't hard for the bitch to see it and be like, oh, I'm a DM his girl.
You from a small town,
you know what I'm saying? Like I'm a message his girl, even if even because I was that type of dude. Like I'm a lover boy in a sense, right? If I'm cheating, I love you too.
This nigga,
you know what I'm saying? I love it.
It's not that I don't love you, baby.
You know what I'm saying? And as soon as you say that to them, they'll be a little bit more hesitant to tell on you.
So I'm
because
a good
they're like,
guy.
he loves me.
I feel like a good guy right now with these stories.
Piece of shit. But anyways, here's how it happened though. I gave up.
Right. You got to.
I was dating.
Grew up.
Yeah, I was dating a girl for a long time, and I did it so many motherfucking times, and I decided, I was like, you know what, I'm really a piece of shit.
Right.
And I had that moment of truth, and God.
That's maturity.
I went to church, and that just so happens that day in church, and the people don't like talking about church, but that day, the topic was infidelity. The day that I went to church just because I was feeling like a dirty motherfucker, and I don't go to church. And I swear, because I was high as fuck, I swear the light was beaming on me. So I'm like, oh, hell no. Nah. You know what I mean?
Of you among us here today.
Yeah, and I don't go to church enough. I don't go to church now. I went to Potential one day on my own out here.
Shout out Potential.
And I'm thinking like, that fucking light's beaming on me. Now, I don't go to church that much, so clearly it's beaming on everybody. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not there that much.
He knows
so
I'm here.
And that he looked towards me, and I'm like, oh, hell no. This church shit's pretty weird.
Got the drop.
You know what I'm saying? So I went home that day, and I was like, hey, I got a story to tell.
Yeah,
I confessed my sins to my girl at the time, and I was like, I can't be with you anymore because I won't be able to stop with you.
Right.
And I need to stop.
Right.
And ever since then, man, I'm undefeated.
Undefeated. Ding,
you know
ding,
what I'm
ding,
saying?
ding.
I have been undefeated.
Nah, but that come with maturity and age, in my opinion, because I definitely went through the same thing in a different way. And I'm still going through it, so I can't even front like I've done it enough where I'm confident and I say, yeah, I know I'm not going to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Still working on it.
It's a tough thing for every man.
Right.
Well, I mean, I don't feel like it's all on the man, too.
True.
Girls lie better.
I mean, we got to take responsibility for the decisions and the choices that we make, but some girls will put you over the edge.
Push you to do it, but that's still like you making the decision, because that's
Absolutely,
what I do.
yeah.
Don't get me hot.
Absolutely.
Don't get me mad. I'm going to creep now.
Yeah.
Don't get me hot. Give me a reason to leave the crib now.
Right. But I feel like when you're in a relationship, man, it's each other's responsibility to make sure that the other person feels secure.
Right.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it is.
Right.
I gotta. Hey, just so you know, I'm here. I'm leaving. I see you when I see you. I don't need to necessarily FaceTime me and show me where you're at.
Right.
Oh, you're with so and so. Prove it. I'm not playing those games with you.
Never.
But it is my responsibility to be like, just so you know, I didn't plan on doing this, but we gonna slide out to the bar real quick.
Right.
When we get back, I hit you back. Just
But
so
nobody
you know
gives a fuck about that. Women don't give a fuck about that.
I'm being modest.
You know what I'm saying? For the most part,
saying,
when you say that, they're like, oh, I know why you're saying that to me. Then you still get yelled at anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm
some
saying?
women, you'd be surprised. Some women will appreciate that.
Everybody different.
It depends on the age range. If you're dating older than you, yeah. If you're dating younger than you, fuck no. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't happen.
Chicks don't matter.
And nobody likes, that's the last thing a woman likes, right? Don't mention age. Oh my God. Yeah. Don't mention that they're young. Oh, how dare you? You know what I'm saying?
Either direction.
Huh?
You ever got cheated on?
Hell yeah. They never said it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you just suspected.
No, I knew.
Oh, you knew?
I definitely caught a few of them. That shit happens all the time. But these bitches ain't telling you shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They always got some extravagant lie. You know what I'm saying?
They're clean. Caught or not, they don't ever come clean.
Nah, I guess I'm sleeping out here.
And I don't. I tell you what. I also don't believe.
I don't know.
Yeah,
that's
I was about to say that.
That's the difference.
I've accepted a long time ago that I don't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when certain shit goes down that I feel like is, you being a little weird right now, and I'm like, but the way it used to go down, as soon as I felt that was bodying something. Immediately. I had to do a 2-for-1.
Oh, nah,
you know what I'm saying? So like,
dumb shit.
real shit, I had to do 2-for-1. I was gonna bag 2. Oh yeah, yeah,
So y'all must
absolutely.
have been invested when you couldn't leave. You
Yeah,
was
yeah,
invested
yeah,
so
yeah,
much.
yeah.
We got a crib together, some shit like that. Yeah,
I think that's
what
where
it
cheating
is.
happens.
Right.
Right then and there. It's like, well, what we gonna do since this what we got? What we gonna do about it?
I called you
This
3
the
times,
jewel
you ain't
just
answered.
Made me remember the jewel. This is the jewel I feel like. A nigga should always have his own crib he could go to. If you live with your shorty, you should be able to, if you got the money to, obviously, have a little apartment, be like, yo, I need my space. I feel like that's one of the main reasons, motherfucker. You get tired of all the time. You don't got your space.
Space is something.
And that's what I thought I would do. Like, if I got the shit, I'm going to get my own little side apartment.
Damn, I'm about to order one right now.
This nigga stupid.
I wish you could order apartments on Uber Eats.
That's what I'm about to say.
You know what I'm saying?
Uber apartment.
Yeah, that shit.
Right.
There you go. That's $1 million idea. Landon, edit that part.
Yeah, edit that
out.
out.
You know what I'm saying? That part can't be there.
Gotta get the
Whoever hears it now, good for them.
intellectual
But
But you're right too, because a good friend of mine, very happily married, been married for quite some time right now, right? And he tells me, he's like, man, when we get into these arguments, he said, once it starts elevating and we start raising our voice, mind you, they got kids now. He said, the solution is, I'm upset right now. Go sit your ass in that room. I'm gonna sit my ass in this room.
Right.
And once we calm down, we can have a conversation. But right now, we're not gonna get nowhere with
the
this.
size of the
You
house
got a big
gotta
house?
be good.
That's why I was just going to ask. You got a big house?
But you got to find your peace. Don't blame the fact that you don't have a patio or a front yard. Like, go take a walk, my nigga. Go take a jog. Go to the gym. Put on some headphones.
That's
figure
why I
it
feel
out,
like
bro.
you can't. I really feel like you need your own
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah.
Here, let me
like
talk to
you
you. Let me
feeling
talk to you about
the energy of
experience. Let me talk to you from experience, though.
Believe the
I
crib.
I never been in a relationship with someone that I could even stay in the same house with.
After argument,
that they're
right?
not chasing me around the whole fight. Oh yeah, and let me
But you
tell
said
you
you only
this.
date Spanish bitches. That's why. See? I'm experienced too. I know what you're
That's the
talking about.
clapping right there.
And I
Yeah.
let it fly. I'm experienced.
Loca,
Dominican
Latina.
and Puerto Rican. I'm experienced with both.
Yeah, I know.
not
I'm
letting
sure
it
that
think of it.
after this show, it's a problem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
Come
sure,
to
like
think of it.
you said,
They not letting it slide.
your trick. Because I remember the one time where you went to text me and you said the text didn't go through. So I like, come on, I retired that shit a long time ago. Goddamn
the
it!
record.
You know, I retired. It's a beautiful trick. So
Hey, y'all boys wild.
and I got a million more. I'll reveal those if you guys hit that subscribe button, right? And you tune in and you're listening to me, you're watching me. I'm gonna make like a OnlyFans cheat tips.
how to cheat.
You know what I'm saying?
As a
If
market
you want
for it.
cheat tips 101. I
You
got
gotta
all
edit
sorts
that
of
out.
it. Yeah,
Edit
yeah,
that out. That's a good idea too.
Bang!
making
Door
more money.
opens. Oh yeah. You know what I'm
Cheat
saying?
101.
At 12 o'clock, I'm not even gonna be able to sing "Happy Birthday." The car pulled off and shit.
Yeah, let's
you know what I'm saying? I don't want no parts of this.
T-minus 5 minutes.
A lot of the cheating happens right from influences,
Right.
alcohol,
For sure.
liquor, alcohol, weed. You know, all the influences will get you to do it.
Friends.
Pills, drugs. Talk to me about your relationship with lean, because that's something that you've spoken about a lot. In your
Yeah, I
career.
mean, because like I said, I moved to Houston 14, 15, and this is Al Farmer. This back in the Gap before activists, R.I.P. Screw, R.I.P. Big Mo. Those was the influences, in the city, and I was in H-Town. I'm first pulled Big Pints out online before they was making lean videos, lean shirts. I had this Joe Clark. I got lean on me. I had the Al Farmer bottle.
Early.
Yeah, early in 06, 05. So, I feel like me and Wayne popularized, especially in New York, because all athletes, Young Money, the rappers will all hit me from 06 to 09 for like drink. Because I had several doctors. I don't buy drink in the street. I got doctors. Shout out Ronald. What's up, boy? Stay safe.
Hey.
But I got doctors on the juggy. This is back in the Gap. You know what I'm saying? So now I only got one doctor. I'm not doing nothing illegal. But back in the day, I'd have 3-4 doctors. I'll steal scripts, still leave a refill open. I'll write 7. So I get an 8 bottle and I get like 5 pints out of that one script because I wrote 7 in the refill. And this is before 2009 because the DEA had a Fed case where they cracked down. That's why activists stopped and they made Qualitas. They cracked down on it and they stopped letting the pharmacies do that. Because I remember when I told you the Arizona shit, when I was in Arizona, bro, I went into the pharmacy and told the pharmacist to call my doctor and she gave me an A to act. In New York. She called my doctor in New York. And this is how free the market was. The market ain't free like that no more. But yeah, I feel guilty a little bit because like I said, it's not something super positive, but shout out me and Weezy. We was the first really just talk about Drake. I was in the battle world, he was in the music world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
To
But
each his own, man.
Right.
We all got our vices.
this is just juice, y'all. This is just juice. Trust me.
I ain't gonna front. I haven't been smoking. I've been drinking.
Right.
And I don't know, like since November, I'm a type of person where I feel like I gotta clear my head
Right.
every so often. So sometimes it might be a year that I straight clear my head, or 2 months or 3 months.
Self-control.
Yeah, and I gotta do it. I got no choice but to do it because I feel like I advance other places. I'm a big talker about sometimes you got to take your foot off the gas somewhere to apply the pressure somewhere else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you're attacking something, and this past 5-6 months, I was like, damn, I'm really a dad. Like I gotta really focus on building him and running a business at the same time. So I let go of smoking because it. Don't get me wrong. If I started smoking today, I got about a good 3 or 4 month run in me.
Right.
That I'm a just
Right
push.
back.
But I'm gonna push further.
Oh, God.
Then it's gonna start. It's gonna plateau, and I'm gonna start being like, you know what? I'm gonna play a couple more minutes on the video game today. I'm gonna listen to these albums a little bit deeper today because you know, where on the other days without it, I'm way more involved in my business and I'm way more involved with my son.
Right.
I've been so involved
No
with
cap.
like my son, a year old in 2 minutes.
Hello.
If he's not in, let Landon go.
You think
Damn it, Landon! I need you to go knock on the door to make sure she's up.
Young
or something, you know what I'm
bull.
saying? 'Cause- yeah.
He
After
said
that
dead ass,
conversation, that's right.
Right.
He said, wait.
She's not there.
Sent me.
But like I value that so heavily, and so, like it's okay to have a clear head sometimes.
It's the best way to go with a child when you're raising a child.
Yeah, and it's just the opportunity, like to be present in that moment, not to overthink it. You know what I mean? I just want to be there.
I just told my son I smoked this weekend for the first time. He's 9 years old. He never seen me smoke.
Really?
Yeah, it was hard to tell him, but I had to.
She's up, Landon.
It comes a time.
Yeah, you
So-
got to.
Most of the time, they know before we tell them.
Yeah, he knew
Most of the
because
time.
I just started smoking while he's awake. It was a point I only would smoke while he sleep, and now when he was like 8, like a year or two ago, I just started smoking.
Right.
'Cause I wouldn't even smoke while he was awake because I felt uncomfortable.
Y'all keep talking. I'll be right back.
I know what you mean.
You know
that's
what I mean?
That's that dad.
Super
instinct.
dad, yeah.
100%.
My homies and shit, no disrespect to them, but they don't mind. They'll be smoking in front of their kid, drinking. I never did that. I'm not that type of dad.
My boy is like that.
Yeah.
And he's got a crib where it's like that's the spot to do it.
Oh, like
So-
the basement.
So the smoke going through the vents and
Right,
shit,
right,
and
right,
it's
right.
like
You know,
he grew up saying like, "Daddy, it always smells funny in there."
right. Because
Yeah,
my
so,
son
like-
thing would be like, "Why are you coughing outside?" And
They-
I'm like,
boy,
"I
they-
thought
they-
you was asleep, nigga. Take your ass to sleep."
What you worry about me?
Right.
Turn around, go.
That's when he first started getting on me because, like I said, I would only do it while he was asleep. And then he was like, "Dad, I got a question. Why do you always cough outside?" And I'm like, "Bro, I
Put
gotta
it
stop.
together.
Right, stop smoking near
knowing.
your window."
They be knowing.
Yeah, I know he's about to be here. I just said happy birthday.
They definitely be
We're bringing him
Yeah,
in.
he be having to feel. But like I said, I'm transparent and honest with him. I always told him about, me being locked up and stuff I did in the past because he don't, like, my life changed when I had him. He don't know that part of me.
That's
I left
interesting.
that shit in the past, like all that street shit, tough guy shit, any of that shit. I stopped that in 2014 on February 27th.
You know what's crazy is like I feel like that's something that's gonna change. Like kids are gonna be more hip to who their parents are and what their parents are going through as they go through it. Because when I was growing up,
It was in the dark.
I barely knew my mom had a name other than mom.
Right.
I didn't know grandma had a name. I thought
Right.
grandma was grandma. And then one day they asked me, "What's your grandma's name?" And I said, "She has a name." Because it's not something that it don't even makes it. It's not something you would ask, and you know what I mean. So I feel like now kids are, like you said, 9 years old. They're gonna be hip to a lot of
Social
stuff.
media, they're going
And
to be able to
social-
look back.
But that's what's forcing your hand too. It's like, well, if you don't get it from me, you're gonna get it from somewhere else, and I'd rather you get it from me. I take responsibility for you. So
But they
check
can
this
see
out.
and look back. That's what I'm always mindful with my son. That's why I don't smoke on camera. They can look back. So when my son 25, he can look at all my YouTube
You in the
videos.
public.
So I always carry myself and remember that. I never get loose and drunk on camera or smoking weed, sipping. Nah,
That's crazy. It's the craziest part of it. All right, my brother. The craziest part of it is to know that that I have to pay attention to all of that.
It's still fresh.
You know what I'm saying?
Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Young G.
Hey, you can hold him. You know what? Hey, damn it, Landon. You need to get this camera angle right for my son right here because we're singing happy birthday to this little boy.
Go.
Strong.
All right. Let's get this.
Here we go.
Hold on. Let me call my sister's been calling me to get on the
What y'all got going on here?
hey, this shit is important. This is the most important thing in my life.
Let's
you
go.
feel me? Let me see. Let me call her because she's been calling me.
He ready too.
Yeah, I know. And I was are you kidding me? This should have been here at 11:59, to be honest with you.
Look at him.
Should have been here at 11:59. But if she don't answer, we're good. We're just going about it our way, right? Here we go. Boom, she answered. See, I'm in the middle of a podcast, Millie. All right? So you can say hello to everybody.
What's up, boy?
You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
And then there he is.
The man of the hour.
So there you go. We got to look at the baby.
It's 12:03. We're a little late.
Yeah,
All right.
here we go. Ready?
Hello.
3, 2. His name is Michael, by the way.
Michael. Okay.
3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Michael. Happy birthday to you.
Mikael.
He got the ice cream. I'm trying not to laugh. He's like, they on some weird.
Y'all niggas think, y'all really think y'all can sing?
It's okay, Puffy. Look at that. Look at how beautiful you are. Look at that. Puffy,
Y'all too
Puffy, look
excited.
at
Relax.
Bro, he swole like you, man.
see that?
Right.
He swole.
Definitely swole.
Mikael.
Yeah, Puffy. He's like, what is going on? There's a lot of lights in here and all that. But it's your birthday, Papa. It's your birthday.
Happy birthday.
See, again, I think I'm great at this. By the way, it overtakes everything, and that's the most important thing. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
That you loyalty over money,
Right.
you feel me? Family over
lineage.
everything.
He don't
all that,
know
you know what
about
I'm
it.
saying?
Nothing more important than the lineage. He gonna carry everything.
Hell yeah, and he's got to be the one to witness it. So I don't mean to keep you on the camera, and I'm sorry to wake you up, but I love you, little boy. We're gonna have so much fun. I got so much gifts for you and all sorts of cool stuff. And I'm gonna give you back to your mom, okay? Is that cool? You gonna go back to your papa?
He's chilling too. Got him out of sleep. Happy birthday, Papa.
I appreciate you sticking
All right,
around
bro,
for that too.
Bless. Oh man.
Yes, sir, ski. Oh yeah, we gotta talk about that. We hooping on the 29th.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a game in Miami.
I was gonna say where that's at.
Miami. Yeah, we balling. You know, I got wiped the rust off. I grew up hooping, so I got some game.
Okay. Let's go.
But you know, Mook was just here. He was talking major
I think he
shit.
called me. Oh no, Mook. See, Mook a different sandwich. He hooped in college. I'm not comparing myself to Mook.
Okay.
He really hooped in college. I was thugging in high school. I stopped at 14, 15, was hitting licks and shit. Mook hooped in college, so I ain't gonna front. Like, if he get on top of his game, I ain't never seen it. I don't know how nice he is, but I know
He
my
talks
game.
major shit.
I'm not gonna talk. I talk shit about shit I'm good at: battle rap, dominoes, spades, ping pong, shit like that.
You say he hit you?
straight up.
He just hit you up?
I had my phone on silent. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think he did.
We need to call him up, talk shit to him.
I had my shit on silent mode. Because it still shows you who called, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's dope.
The show somewhere.
I like that y'all boys into the game, you know, playing basketball and stuff like that.
Yeah, because
Staying
Arsenal
active.
got one next week. We doing a game next week at the URL event.
Okay.
URL got an event in Orlando next week.
So it's gonna be
Outside.
ball. It's gonna be ball too.
Yeah, we're gonna be balling against
Shout
the
out
fans.
Arsenal too. He's doing a lot of dope
Yes,
shit
sir.
for the
Shout out
battle rap
Arsenal, the
industry.
Rebels.
I love it, man. I love the camaraderie in battle rap. Where it's the one that should be the most aggressive towards each other. You know what I mean? Y'all, if anything, y'all should be the ones that are beefing with each other the
Right,
most.
they're shooting at
But
each
yeah,
other.
yeah,
right.
but y'all are the ones that like kind of push each other the most. That's the dope shit about it. What about you? What about like what's upcoming for you?
Just living a good life, man. The stage I'm in life is grateful, bro. I'm just grateful for everything. Grateful for waking up. Grateful for this interview we doing here. Grateful for the homie Cash. Grateful for Fred. Like, I'm just grateful that people fuck with me, show me love and energy, and that's what I've been focused on, and that's what's been helping my art. obviously we got to get to the bag, but my focus just ain't been on the bag or business at this point. It's just being grateful, appreciating shit, especially with the deaths. R.I.P. Pat Stay, the homie that passed away from Canada.
Yeah, rest in peace, Pat
and
Stay.
my personal people I lost, it's like, I'm just like grateful. And then 2020, 21, you know how shit was.
Yeah.
So I just been in my grateful bag. So that's all I'm gonna say is grateful what to expect from me. Gratefulness.
It's a good time for that.
Even to this day, I feel like we're close. We're so close to war right now. Like anything could change for us. Yeah, we're in it.
Close.
I feel like it. Any day now, shit could change for everyone, and it's like that
Currency.
9/11 shit. You know what I'm saying? How quick people change towards each other. All of a sudden, you finally had respect for each other and love for one another.
cap.
And it's just so different nowadays. But do you have any battles upcoming?
Nah, I ain't got nothing locked in. It's a rare commodity to see me hop out. Yeah, I ain't got nothing. You gonna see me at events supporting other people, but
What's it gonna take to get you to hop out? And
like I said, Smack, they be zinging my phone, but if it ain't for what I'm talking about, the opponent and the money, because that's what makes the most sense. The opponent and the money and the stage, actually. Like, where you doing it at, how many people. But maybe Gnome. I might hop out for Gnome with Smack in the summertime or with RBE Max Out 3. Remy got shit. Shout out Chrome 23, Remy Martin. Like, they all show love. So, at any moment, you can see me pop out. But I ain't got nothing locked in.
that's what's up.
Yeah.
And then as far as like what you're actually like, you're talking about being grateful right now.
Right.
But we all know that life keeps.
No, the
Keeps
networking
happening
is
and
what
shit.
I'm moving forward to. So if people expect LOM, loyaltyovermoney.com, LOM clothing is what I'm doing. So I'm just building a networking group. But that's not public. That's my new shit I'm on too, is I don't want everybody money. This shit is not public where I'm going to just try to capitalize. I'm going to have an infrastructure. I already got emails. I got email lists of people I've been corresponding with online for years. So yeah, that's pretty much.
That's fire.
kind of the bag
You know
on that.
what the Danza project is? I always said it was. This ain't a podcast. It's a network. You know what I'm saying? Like my thing is, again, I really don't need the money.
Right.
I'm into building the relationships, meeting dope people, and building businesses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to network with people where I could say, yo, I could put you in contact with this person, and then I could put you in contact with this person. And they could build that because I know this person to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is the dopest shit.
Could I add to that?
Yeah.
Because you made me think of something. I have a saying that says money has a consciousness. It matters how you made the money. If a dude made 100,000 hitting licks, he don't feel the same as a dude that made 100,000 through his product he worked on an invention. It's not the same money, so money has a consciousness. So that's what I've been on lately. It's like, how will I make the money? Because I don't want to just make it anyway. Not saying people are wrong that do. This is just my personal belief. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm big on too.
You're big on energy.
Right. I'm
see
the
that,
energy
yeah.
guard. That's my nickname, the energy guard. You know that.
I don't know if you got anything to do with it. When you mentioned the Rastafarian background,
Right.
It
definitely do.
It's a deep planted seed, bro.
Right. Definitely do.
And it sounds like it's affecting even your decisions to this day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's very interesting, and that's something that you can't necessarily teach.
Can't teach.
You gotta go through it, grow through it. Somebody gotta put you on to
Right.
it. You gotta like really.
Right.
It's got to be organic, or else
It's
you're not gonna have
built.
that same vision, right? And
It's a fact.
it's built, it's earned. That's crazy.
Now, before we do end this, right, we still got to talk a little bit more about battle rap. Some shit that
sure,
I need
let's
to
talk
know.
some shit.
Yeah, some shit that I need to know.
Uh-oh.
We had Mook up here. Mook talk shit.
Right.
I was like, you ever feel like you lost anyone? Nah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. Never happened. And I feel like every battle rapper probably feels that way. Do you feel that way?
Nah.
You feel like who you feel like you
Arsenal.
lost to?
Arsenal.
Okay.
Because he didn't lie. Like other losses, people might say dudes lied on me, exaggerated, fake personals, you know. But Arsenal got me fair and square. But I rematched and beat him.
Okay.
But yeah, Arsenal's the only loss I would accept and take. Like, all right, he did that. And I learned a lot from that loss. It was the best loss I could take. That's what made me a beast. The first shit, when I did 106 in Park the first time, when I tried out the first time before I made it, I was too young to be on there. So I just stood there and battled niggas. And this Jersey nigga smoked my fucking boots, boy. Like that walk home, I remember the block right now in my head. The block I was walking on and how I felt that day. And I was like, never again. And I didn't lose until Arsenal. I didn't lose a battle for like 10 years after that until I battled Arsenal. But that Jersey nigga, I can remember his face to this day. He got crazy on me. I battled a few niggas that day, but he got me the fuck out of there.
How does that feel losing to Arsenal?
So
how did you
analogy
feel?
I give people is like losing a fight. You know, a nigga you could whoop, but he might have got a lucky punch or he snuck you or something. It's like losing a fight after school. Not a fight as a grown man, because we more mature. Like, you know how I felt in school if niggas say you lost. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. It's like, damn, I got people talking shit to me. I got people testing me. You know what I mean?
Did that cause you to lean further into, like, does the stress that come from that put you in a depression? How does that make you feel?
I wouldn't say depression because it's motivation. I ain't losing 10 years after the loss from the Jersey nigga from the 106. Yeah. It was motivation, but it was like, if it was depression, it was for a day or two. Yeah. It wasn't like no long-term depression, you know what I mean? But it was definitely a down moment. Like, I'm like, I can't believe it. In your head, like, what I should have did better. But that's also what makes you better, is figuring out a different strategy, a different plan of attack. People that go into depression just stuck on the loss. They're just focused on the loss. I always focused on the solution, you know?
Right.
That's gems that a lot of the people need to hear. I feel like most people get stuck inside of their losses. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck about losing.
That's a great poker player. You play poker?
Nope.
You'd be nice at poker with that attitude.
Yeah. I be trying to stay away from all the shit that I know I probably end up losing
you
money
fall
to
deep
and get
into
mad. You know what I'm saying? I had never been to Vegas, and every time somebody mentions Vegas, I'm like, I can't go.
Yeah, that's all it is.
I'm busy that week. You know what I'm saying?
Gambling and buying pussy. That's all Vegas is.
Yeah. I don't want to be there. That's actually Sin City. You know what I'm saying? But it's dope to hear that. And you know, do you feel like because I'm gonna ask these questions? Y'all battle rappers. Do you feel like Mook took a loss?
I think a debatable battle. Oh, I guess Lux. I could say that. That was so old though. Yeah, I was gonna say no, but he has debatables like Verb and Lux. But I do think Lux, the first one, I wouldn't be mad if someone called. That's the only thing I could probably say is the first Lux battle is Mook got an L with. The Verb is just debatable. It's more preference. He didn't lose, but he don't. You got to go back 15 years, so that says a lot. You got to go back to the Lux battle 15 years ago.
And I know that's why I'm so like I'm excited about the lineup I do got. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you got Diz coming, right?
Yeah.
He a different type of sandwich. I'm going to talk to you after you fuck with him. Diz is hilarious, bro.
He really is a funny dude. I actually thoroughly enjoy his battle raps because he's funny as fuck.
Right.
And he's also somebody that could rebuttal pretty well.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
why I said them West Coast cats, I always give it up to them. Disaster, Il Mac, The Source. They was rebuttaling before I was on YouTube.
I think I thought that the punch was so iconic for him to fight, for him to return it. You know what I mean? Because like nobody fucked with Math for a while. Like Math was a bully, and then it was like just watch somebody go after the bully was crazy.
Why he didn't understand everybody's logic. He beefed with me, Clips, all his homies, Big K, and we was like, bro, you kind of deserved this a little bit. We didn't think he deserved it. We was mad. That was disrespectful. Them niggas shouldn't have did that. But come on, it's karma. Just because you shot a nigga brother and he killed your mama, you can't be mad. Like, you can't judge his reaction.
Yeah.
You just shot his brother. So it was like he never understood that. And he battled Clips, me, all his homies, Big K. He beefed with all of us. Yeah. And we was like, bro, it was hard to say to him because Math is like, it's hard to tell a nigga like, yo, you deserved it. I'll try to say it in different ways. Like, you don't think it's like karma a little bit? Yeah. You know, I'm trying to level with him because he just didn't get it. But yeah, it definitely was karma in my opinion.
Yeah, a lot of people don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to hear that shit. Nobody wants
to hear it. But Diz got his karma because he went through shit afterwards he didn't want to go through for doing that. He was wrong for that.
Yeah, that's that battling shit and being banned and taken away from that
TMZ.
Shit.
They was on TV. Yeah. That's why Math was so mad. It was on TMZ.
Yeah.
It was everywhere.
Yeah, nobody want to be plastered like that.
Nah, so I understood.
But for me as a fan, I loved it.
You loved it?
Yeah, I
loved it.
Shit. I did because I'm like, because
that was a homie.
That shit brings it. That shit just it kept those little moments are those things like as negative as they are. That's what got people talking. You know what I'm saying? Those moments.
And Diz looked. They thought he was white. So people that weren't into it's like this white boy's beating up this black dude. Yeah. That's how it looked. You know, from World Star. That's how World Star titled it.
100%.
World Star
That
always
feeds
they know how
into
to
it.
get
Yeah,
they know how to
enticing.
get the clicks.
Right.
As far as the music industry is concerned, when you're talking about the people making records,
Right.
what is your what's the best relationship you have with somebody in the industry?
My boy Alchemist, man. Alchemist is my dude, 10 plus. He's put me in so many rooms with so many people, and I met so many people through him, from Swiss Beats, Schoolboy Q, like the list goes on. Alchemist House is a hip hop house.
I bet.
It's one of the last hip hop. You could be there, Nas would just walk in, and you'd be like, oh shit. You won't even know it's Nas, how casually a nigga walks in. Like, Al House is that spot. So, yeah, Al, and then, you know, he DJs for Eminem part-time. Like, he do his own thing. So,
That's fire.
Al's major. And he introduced me to M. You know what I mean? So, through Al.
How was your relationship with him? How is?
Oh, it was a 15-second relationship. Okay. Shout out M. What's up, baby? Oh, Hollow, I fucks with you. Yeah. That was it. You know, you don't meet M because I remember after that, Bump B was there, and he had an article in the Source, and they said, who would he like to work with? And he said, M. And I remember he didn't get to meet M that night. M came from some back room or some back door, came down and performed. Only me and Total Slaughter talked to Eminem that night, and there was a bunch of celebrities in the building. And that was the day Recovery dropped. You know what I'm saying? So M is super exclusive. I've been around him twice. I've been around him when him and Jay-Z did David Letterman. And, yeah, he's just super exclusive.
Who's the one that had you starstruck?
M.
M?
Yeah, M.
That is a big one.
Bro, the big I'm a huge the only bigger would probably be Biggie. He dead. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like nobody's in my whole, you know, you got a few, Wayne. I idolize, you know, it's a bunch of people, Jada, but M is like top 3 in there. Like yeah he's incredible. Nasty. He's big influence for me.
That's dope.
Rightfully so, man.
Right. Shout out MZ. You should know that.
So you know, Alchemist.
Right.
Getting back to Alchemist, that's a legendary producer and shit. Like, y'all got any records together?
Yeah, we got Greatness. We got Hollow the Calm with me and Conceited. It's like the only shit you can find on Conceited. Yeah. You don't do music at all. Me and Conceited, Hollow the Calm. You can look it all up on YouTube.
Now, obviously, I'm a Buffalo guy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Griselda is always something that I'm always going to bring up.
Story with that. Go ahead.
What is your relationship with Griselda? Because, you know, from shit that I heard,
right,
you were instrumental in.
See, I don't want to say that. I was just there when Alchemist was making the play happen.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But me and Al used to do a thing like, what's the best shit you could find that got under 100,000 views? So I would play a music video. He would play a music video. And I don't know if it was me or him that played Air Hose. But one of us did, and I'm like, you got to fuck with these niggas. And he ended up putting them niggas on. So it was a small part if I did have a part. You know, I was just there. But Benny, my guy, I talked to Benny. Westside, I kicked it with Westside hella times. He did, I went to his shit on Melrose, Fairfax. He used to do pop-up shows. I went to Westside shit. Westside always been getting to the Mooka because he had the red bit back then, and they wasn't what they was. Westside always been getting to the Mooka, but yeah, them my guys. Conway, because he said my name in a crazy way. I don't think he knew all this. I don't think Conway knew all this on the Sway freestyle. So we had a little, but it was cool though. You know what I mean? We had, because I went right to DMs. I'm like, you want to battle? Like, you just said my name on Sway. What's up? We can meet at Al House. He like, you wild and hollow. It ain't that.
Yeah, but he did it right though, because he grabbed everybody's attention.
Everybody, because I was hot for like a hot second. But he was smart for that. Shout out Conway. But I never. But Westside, I kicked it with hella time. Shout out Westside. Bodie James is my guy. Yeah. Shout out Bodie.
Yeah,
he's crazy. If you don't know, y'all should know Bodie James. Seriously. That boy
I see that
busy.
name popping up a lot more now. You hear people who didn't used to say it, you didn't used to know.
He a different sandwich.
Yeah, come on. It's a
Loopy, different
Loopy.
Sandwich.
Yeah, you know
you got the words, the terminology.
Talk. We from Queens, son. You should know that.
And so you're gonna be back out here on
the 30th, the hoop.
The 30th. That's what's up.
Doing
I'm definitely gonna be pulling up to that shit.
Pull up like Huggies, man.
You know what I'm saying? But yo, ultimately, I appreciate you for sliding through here, man. I think that shit was so dope. And again, it's dope for me to sit back and talk to people that I was a fan of. You know what I'm saying? Like how dope is that shit? You know what I mean? How often do people get the opportunity to sit back? You know, like you say, meeting Eminem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's something you're starting.
Real quick, my bad. That's why I did Paul Rosenberg too in the Joe Buttons battle. Because Paul Rosenberg is the one that did that. I was like, He was like, yo, I'm a big fan. Hollow Paul was like, okay, Eminem, we got to do the show. And he pulled them away, and I was like, yeah, I was tight. I ain't gonna lie. I was in my feelings a little bit. Yeah. That's why I went so hard at Paul Rosenberg.
Yo, there's a lot of fans watching, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
So you know what? If one of y'all fans got some questions, go ahead, because I'm seeing heavy. The screen is right there. I can see. God damn,
we ain't gotta go.
Damn, that camera looks good. No, we definitely don't gotta go.
The whole said we ain't gotta go.
They said Math beat Hollow.
I gave him that. Yeah, Math won. I gave him that. That's my boy. Right. Shout out Math Hoffa, baby.
Yo, if y'all ain't hit that subscribe, God, you know what? This motherfucking podcast looks good, goddamn it. Right. You know what I'm saying? That shit looks good. And sometimes you got to talk this shit. That shit looks good. I look fucking fantastic.
That's why fans don't like me. They be trying to get me mad, and I'm just not emotionally invested. Like, okay,
that's the best. You take the power from them.
Yeah, like come on.
They said Hollow versus Mook.
They want that, but that's my guy at this point. It ain't as much animosity as it was in 19.
Oh, they got a poll?
Oh, they got a poll up there.
They said Hollow 56% right now, Mook 44%.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm offended by 56. I mean,
yeah, they could have kind of close.
It could have been 70-30. But
that's pretty funny.
Because I've been in my bag lately. It's just about the time. It ain't about Mook personally, but I'm in my bag. My Ill Will battle, my one round with Verb, my Geechee battle. I mean, I know you talk about Mook, but I watched Geechee first. 3-0. Yeah. It's up there. You can watch it. Mook seen what I did.
And I see that a lot, like, people in the comments and shit talking about who smoked who first and shit like that. It's dope. That's what I love about battle rap in general, because it's a sport.
Right.
That's something that is missing in rap. You know what I mean? It used to be a thing when you had like your Pacs and Biggs and Jada and Beanie and Jay and Nas and G Unit and fucking everybody.
Even Cole and Kendrick and Drake had that still a little bit. Now it's just gone.
Yeah.
These new artists be straight to the bag. They don't care.
They just want to kill each other. They don't even rap to each other.
They'll really shoot each other. That's the
for no goddamn reason.
That's the competition. We up on bodies. Yeah. We got 6. Y'all got 4. That's what they competing at. Unfortunately,
and I hate it.
I don't like that.
I can't front. I hate it because
but we influenced it. So I take accountability because my era influenced it. Because we spit all this gangster rap. From the West Coast to the East Coast, we spit all this gangster shit.
But is that your fault?
Yeah, it's our fault.
You think so?
Got it. We raised them. But it's not our fault. We raised them.
Because if that was the reality, it's not your fault.
Not 100%.
Like,
no.
I could see if you fabricating shit and you ultra promoting shit, but if what's real is real. And that was part of the thing when people rapped.
Right.
Were you real? Were you really?
I get what you're saying.
You feel me?
So you got your Nas. What you saying is like a Nas, but the average nigga is like a 50 Cent. 50 ain't giving you no jewels really when he drive. He's like popped a nigga in the head. Fuck him. Nas is give you like looking through the project. I shouldn't have did it up. Yeah. He's giving you a lesson or something. They're not. We wasn't giving too many lessons. There wasn't too many rappers like that. Most of them was just to the point. And I take small accountability though. We don't take 100%. But we got to take some accountability that we influenced this generation and we raised them. We can't just be like, these young niggas is wild and they stupid. We raised them.
That's true, too.
So I just be feeling like we got to take some accountability.
Absolutely.
That's respectful, though. That's very respectful. That's very wise as well.
Right.
You got to grow to this point, man. You don't start here.
Yeah, because the nigga like, and my son is my guy, like, my son, you was spitting some gangster. My son, lefty, gun up in the right palm. So you can't just get on these young boys' head. You got to take accountability before you get on their head. Yo, I know I raised y'all, and it's our fault too, but y'all niggas is wildin'. Stop the dumb shit, nigga. Mm-hmm. But it's no accountability. Like, people from my generation don't take no accountability. They just get on these niggas' ass.
I think that would be a game changer.
Right, that's what we need to do, and that's what I aim to inspire. I actually did a blog about it. I just ain't put it out yet. I just recorded it. So it's just about, I'm big on accountability.
Epic J said, I want to know if Hollow misses that 106 in Park vibe. Can we ever get battle rap that mainstream again?
Nah, it's like getting like basketball how it was again. Like shit has just changed. Times have changed.
You know what might do it though?
What's that?
This virtual reality thing. Everybody in their living room, but you get to be in this.
The metaverse.
You get to be in the metaverse on the 106 in Park stage.
Kind of crazy.
And you watching this battle go down.
That's not the same. That's better. That's more futuristic. That's not the same.
Right, it is wild.
It's not. It'll never be the same. You're absolutely right.
Y'all fuck with crypto, or how y'all feel about crypto? Like, you think it's gonna come back?
I feel like it's, for me, and what I do in my life,
Right.
I'm not interested in the risk.
So you're not in the stocks and crypto and shit.
Nah. I would be in the stocks, I think, if I had a little bit more patience.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? But I used to be a
You
drug
don't gamble
dealer.
either.
You know what I'm
you
saying?
used to
So like,
hustle. Okay.
yeah. So I for me,
Makes
it's
sense.
like I ain't waiting no goddamn 3 years.
Right.
I want this shit now. You know what I'm saying? So like that's the difference, I would say. You remember it's like a Buffalo Man. You remember that shit back in the day? They said more music or directing videos. I remember you did the twerk video.
That's fire. That's a real fan right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did New Jersey twerk video. That's definitely an inspiration too. Me and Mike Zombie working on something. I didn't really want to announce it, but you know, I'm definitely working on something this summer. So he just sending me beats to get my head right. Yeah. He do shit for Young M.A., French, ASAP. The list goes on.
You
His
gave which
catalog's
beat to
crazy.
Drake?
Started from the bottom.
Okay, yeah.
The list is crazy. His beat production, and we got Grammy nominated for that. I was supposed to go to Grammys the day after I battled Lux. Supposed to go to Grammys, but I had dubbed it. So
Why?
because it was the next day, and I still had people out of town for the battle, so I had to leave all my people and fly to LA. And I just was like, I'm not into, I don't want to. Yeah, I'm not really into the like. It's not me getting nominated, you know what I'm saying? It's Drake. So it would have been different, maybe different occasion. I would have just been there.
I mean, kinda.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's an
I don't think he would have called me up. I'm keeping it a glass of water. I think if he won, he'd yo, shout out Wheezy, Birdman.
Yeah, word. You're right.
and me.
That shit probably pissed me off too. Right. I was sitting there.
I probably would have been salty to be real with you. Like, he get no shout out, nigga.
Yeah, word.
But he shouted me out on Ryan Seacrest, so I keep it real. Shout out Drizzy.
That's what's up. So is there something like, is this something, everybody always talks about retirement. Is there something that you could think like that down the line?
It's no 401k plan, man. Ain't no retiring in battle rap or music. Ain't no retiring.
So you can see you can see yourself battling at 65?
Nah. But I just say
It'll just end up ending.
Because I'm in battle rap, I can see me still being in battle rap, like a commentator. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
If shit is like bigger, you know what I mean? But
That shit would be fire.
fuck, I'm gonna be battling at 60.
I think y'all.
You just see Mike Tyson and Roy Jones. That looked bad. That's how it would look battling at 65. It would look bad.
It did look bad. That shit.
bad.
That was.
I
It
was
also looked
crying.
kind of scary.
Right,
Like,
they would hurt
looking
themselves.
yeah,
right?
like what's
My
about to
grandpa
happen?
Fighting.
It's like
I don't
Mike
know.
Tyson was
I
walking
liked it.
left the whole time.
You liked it?
I just like the fact that it happened.
Oh yeah, I liked
know
the
what I'm saying?
idea, but I didn't like the actual fight.
I'm
Yeah,
the same
yeah,
way.
yeah.
I did feel the scare part. Like, damn, pops, chill out. Like,
Right, you might pull something, Mike. I love Mike. My son loved Mike too. My son loved Mike.
Rightfully
I
so.
catch him watching.
That's a
Mike
good
Tyson
job as a
highlights.
father to teach him what time it really
My
is.
son know
'cause
everybody. He know the real Black Panthers, not the cartoon movies.
That's
He know
funny.
Fred Hampton. He know Huey P. Like he know history. My son, he loved Bruce Lee. Like my son got a plethora of shit he know about.
it's a bar
Lee
in there
is
somewhere
another
for
goat.
sure.
You know what I'm
Bruce
saying?
Lee is a super goat. Shit.
That's one of them, like, it's crazy because he was gone, you know what I mean? Like, I'm coming up and he was gone, and Bruce Lee was like, he was a god.
What?
You know what I mean? The conversation always was like Muhammad Ali,
Or Bruce
Lee,
Lee, right.
Tyson. You know what I mean? Like, what Bruce Lee beat? Bruce Lee did. But I'm older now,
Right. No, we're the same age.
right?
Mike
Mike Tyson
man.
would kill Bruce Lee.
But it was definitely Ali.
you know what I mean?
and,
Like, I know it's like, you got to watch the videos. You got to go back
you
and watch
seen him
the
talk
videos.
about it?
Nah.
They asked Mike Tyson if he would win against Bruce Lee. He said
Mike,
they'd
like-
fuck him up. Because he's like, he's not in my weight class.
Mike
like,
said he'll fuck Bruce
You know
Lee
what I'm
up.
saying? Because you
It's
look
not
at that
his
shit.
weight
You're talking
class,
about
Mike
somebody like
says,
a
yeah.
$130. What is he gonna do? That five
Right.
finger punch? You know what I mean? 5-inch punch. That shit ain't gonna work.
You never
That's-
know.
You
You
never
know what I mean? He's
know.
just like,
Depend on the
"Wow," the shit don't work and
MMA,
shit.
I wouldn't know. But boxing, Mike will kick his ass. But MMA, I don't know. Bruce might could grab an ankle, snap some shit.
You know,
Mike, like,
heel to
and
the
I ain't,
nose.
I'm not trying to talk shit about Floyd Mayweather because a lot of people took this the wrong way.
Right.
I saw Floyd at 11 one time, and I'm walking through.
out here in Miami, 11.
Yeah. And I'm not a small dude, but I'm not the biggest dude, but I'm not a small dude. You know what I'm saying? And I know how to fight,
Right.
and I know how to choke. You know what I'm saying? I know how to restrain an opponent to take him away out of the battle.
Control the
You know what I'm saying?
situation.
So I saw Floyd, and I had to like double, triple take because I'm like, man, this motherfucker's tiny. You know what I'm saying? Like I was walking by him, like holy shit, that's
like how like
I'm like, yo, that's Floyd. Like I'm a huge fan. That's my favorite fighter.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like that man's undefeated. I watched him. I used to hate him. He smacked the shit out of Arturo Gotti, beat the fuck out of him. Yeah, and that was my favorite fighter at the time. And I was like, damn, this dude is ill. He's nice. And I seen Floyd, and he's like this big. And I was like, man, if I grabbed him, it's a wrap.
How big you think? 5'4"?
He's tiny. I don't know how tall he really is, but he's just so small. But I'm I'm like $190, $195,
right.
And I work out. I always like fought in my life. You know what I'm saying? Right. I just know that I wouldn't let him punch me. I just grab and squeeze the fuck out of him.
You think he would let you
catch him?
Grab him?
Right. That's what I was thinking.
I'm
gonna
catch
him.
I'm gonna catch him. I'm catch him. I'll just block my face because I know if I fuck with him with the hands in general, he's gonna beat the fuck out of me. Yeah, but I'm gonna just charge in and I'm gonna just squeeze the fuck out of him.
Tackle.
Yeah. You know, it might be like they might call it cheating or whatever, but I mean, I'm not gonna let him beat me up. I'm gonna bite him. You know, I'm gonna scratch, do all that shit. Fuck that. He's that's what I feel like Mike Tyson would do to Bruce Lee.
They might be capping.
You know what I mean?
They say 5'8". They might be capping.
But 5'8", like 145 pounds, ain't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what they say? 145?
But 5'8".
So they say 5'7". Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, yeah, but I know if I like stood up with him and went fist, it won't even be fucking close. I'm not a dumbass.
Area with him. If he was in a bathroom with him, you'll get him.
Yeah, but I have to grab him. I know that. I'm aware of it. If I don't grab him, I'm getting my ass whooped. I mean, dude's a professional.
Bing.
Yeah, but I'm slamming him off the.
Right.
Yeah, you
know what I mean?
You can't go to his world. You don't want to go to his world.
Yeah, nah, don't. That's what I was saying about Conor McGregor shit. But that's what I say about Bruce Lee and Mike Tyson. Come on now. Mike Tyson will grab that dude's head. You know what I'm saying? Everything changes.
Mike is different.
Mike is one dude I would definitely love to sit down with.
Bruce Lee would lose?
Yeah,
to beat
MMA,
Mike Tyson?
MMA. I would be 50-50 with MMA because you could do all type of different shit.
Size.
Remember back in the 90s, the big 300 pounds niggas used to fight the 140 pound.
Yeah.
UFC
But
back in the day?
that was like people that weren't skilled. Mike Tyson's nice.
They were skilled.
I mean?
They were specialized.
I'm just saying that's a different
skills.
skill set. That's not a Mike Tyson skill set.
That's like
we ain't talking about Bob Sapp. You know what I'm saying?
So many small niggas whoop big niggas being locked up. It always made me think size don't fucking matter.
It definitely it doesn't unless they're both talented.
Yeah. It depends on the skills.
Yeah, you both talented. It changes. And
man, you gotta have heart, man.
You gotta have heart. And you gotta have skills too.
Big or small, any man can get kicked in the nose.
Some motherfuckers have heart, just come out there, boop, 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 get back up, boop, 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 boop. Yeah. But they got heart, and they still going at them, but you ain't got no skills.
But that's what I'm saying. But like, and one thing about it too, for a lesson for any man, it's always somebody bigger out there.
Right.
And even if you are better trained or better conditioned, every dog has his day.
Right. Absolutely.
Maybe that just wasn't your day. It could have been that extra level of stress because you was texting through the airplane mode or something or whatever.
Absolutely.
Peripheral shit you got going on. A fan might have said something to you on the way out, and now that shit is ringing in your head. But now you in the ring, big dog.
Right. Could have watched too much porn. Your energy down now.
Any little thing. You didn't have your lucky shorts or your lucky socks or you didn't whatever the fuck it is. Every dog has his day. So
focus, man.
Get focused, man. One last question I got for you. I'm gonna give the fan the question. Erica Wallace says
Danza versus Mayweather.
Mook versus Big K.
They ain't gonna get off this Mook topic, huh?
Yeah, because he was just here, so you know that's just
right.
That's what it is.
Mook versus Big K.
Oh, they asking me that?
Yeah.
Who I got winning?
Yeah.
I ain't got no comment on that.
Yeah.
Because they both my guy, but even though Big K my guy more, I knew him longer. I'm just staying out of it.
Smart.
I'm gonna just stay out of that one.
Business.
Both my guy.
Do you watch battle rap often?
Yeah.
You're still like a
avid watcher, but not as much as I used to be because they doing a lot of shit on the app. But it's different ways now of consuming it that I don't fuck with because I'm just so immune. I mean, not immune, but so used to YouTube. I'm so accustomed to YouTube. I don't. So when it comes out on YouTube, yeah, I check out everything that I think is fire. People I fuck with. Mm-hmm.
I think y'all should come together. I think the top dogs should come together and create their own shit.
Well, we try to create a union, not a league.
Not to diss anybody else or to take anybody else out of it, or to have that But I feel like if y'all did, I think y'all know what y'all really.
That's like with the
genuinely
NBA. They
like,
could start their own league if
Word.
LeBron, Durant, all them top guys came together. But it's too many egos. It never happens in any field.
Word, yeah, because but you also need the business sense.
Right.
Again, not everybody wants to be that.
You need the structure
yeah.
too. But you can create your own structure if you want to.
Like the Packers.
something I
The
wanna deal
Packers
with
are a fan-owned, and I recently found this out but they're a fan-owned team. They don't have an owner that the fans do.
Fan owned.
It's like all the fans are
Got an equity in it?
in the city. Yeah, exactly. It's
I
different.
never knew that. See, I found out from the homie that played in the NFL. NFL's a nonprofit. I never knew that.
Oh shit,
It's a nonprofit organization.
Really?
that's wild.
That's gotta be
Shit you learn.
intentional.
Yeah, of course. Tax write offs, crazy.
Strategic.
Right.
Yo, again, I appreciate you for coming through. I don't want to hold you in here all motherfucking
I just
night.
want to smoke some weed. You already know that.
This is the
about that time.
man. I love this. You know what I'm saying? I
right.
genuinely love this.
Great energy.
I reach out and I'm like, I hope this could happen. You know what I'm saying? Because as a fan, like I hope I could get this dude up here. The fact that it's all
You
happening.
got to
to me
get
is
Joe
dope.
up here, yo. What's up?
I do got to get Joe up
You got
here.
to get Joe up
But
here.
then I got to tell him too that.
That's why.
know,
That's why
man,
you got to get him
Hallow
up here.
killed you. He's
Nah,
emotional.
don't
He's
do that.
emotional though.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a good idea.
I feel like he's gonna listen to this and take it all wrong. Even though I can recite most of his tracks, I feel like he'll listen to it. Like, I don't fuck with that dude. Let's blackball him.
Nah, but
you know what I mean?
By then, if he understands that you were on the show and that it's a thing, he might.
Yeah, he's a
actually
laugh.
yeah.
Shout
and
out
he'll
Joe,
be ready
man.
for it. It won't be like he's being blindsided.
I got mad love for Joe. Shout out Joe, man.
That's what's up.
For sure.
That's what's up. So, yo, I appreciate everybody tuning into the Danza Project. Damn it, Landon. What episode number was this? 105. I appreciate all of y'all. This is Hollow the Dime. Make sure y'all check them out.
Know that.
Y'all can check them out on IG, YouTube, Spotify, wherever the fuck you want.
LOM.
All the links will be provided on here. Make sure y'all buy some dope shit. LOMclothing.com. Make sure y'all grab that. Again, all the links will be provided on this, so you'll be able to find everyone. Anything he does, you'll be able to find it.
Don't buy no fake LOM. If you don't see me weird, we don't rock it. Loopy, you already know that.
And remember,
man.
lastly, that MOL is coming soon.
Don't do this.
You know what I'm saying?
This guy.
It is coming soon. But make sure you hit that subscribe button. And again, we appreciate y'all. Peace.